your mic, it's okay. Off your mic,
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Can in the touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Poor man picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This man not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ dódódódó. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ dódódódó. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun ti dé o.
Hello there. Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun Live.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í kó níbẹ̀ o. Bó bá ṣe eré, àní Maiyegun máa wí. Ó sì tún ṣe eré, wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun diary Politico. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun.
Thank you. Share the broadcast. Invite your friends. Invite your not so friendly friends and tell them that Maiyegun today.
Làwa mọ̀ dódódódó. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook.
Thank you.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn láti. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọba bá gbé wúrẹ́. Maiyegun máa rí. Àní ẹ̀sùn láti. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìí yẹ. Maiyegun máa rí. Àní ẹ̀sùn láti. Maiyegun ti dé. Presido bá rú sí o. Maiyegun máa rí. Àní ẹ̀sùn láti.
My dear friends, I must be honest with you. Today, I would have preferred not to be here to preach to you. Today, I would have preferred to lock myself up in my chapel before God alone, to weep and to pray. To weep and to pray for my nation, where darkness has descended. To weep and pray for my church that is being stifled out of existence in the world and also in Nigeria. To weep and pray for Deborah Emmanuel, who was killed because she found herself in a part of Nigeria she thought was home, but it wasn't. To weep and to pray for my brother and friend, Bishop Matthew Hassan Kuka, the world-acclaimed voice of the voiceless, who has now become soft target for those same voiceless people who see him as part of their problem rather than as part of the solution. To weep and to pray for the poor, miserable murderers of Deborah, who have been left uneducated and unemployed deliberately so that they can be manipulated, brainwashed, and instrumentalized for political ends by religious bigots and political egoists. To weep and to pray for people who should be leaders, religious leaders, who enjoy being ambivalent in the condemnation of evil when it is perpetrated by one of them. To weep and to pray for our political leaders, under whose watch this nation has crumbled, and they keep looking for whom to blame for the mess in which they have put all of us. I would have preferred not to be standing before you here now to tell you about love. The liturgy of today instructs every Christian and every Christian preacher to reflect on the essence and the meaning of Christianity, the love we should have for one another. But how can you preach love in Nigeria? How can you preach love in a country where violence has become a rule, where hatred and intolerance have become norms rather than exception, where corruption has become a culture and a tradition, where impunity has become law, where the government feels so helpless that it is now appealing even to religious leaders to talk to non-state actors so that they will not make this security situation in our country worse. Those were the words of the Vice President of Nigeria while he was speaking to all Catholic bishops of West Africa gathered in a meeting in Abuja. He addressed us 2 Tuesdays ago. And we are wondering how a presidency could publicly admit that they have lost control, that they have left the ground so free and the country so lawless and so stateless that non-state actors now take over the entire country, not only in Sokoto and Kaduna and on the
Thank you. We are going to have a bit of a long night tonight. I have a lot of ground to cover. And I bet many of you have been reading the news of the Nigeria accountant general who has been arrested for money laundering and diversion of public fund to the tune of 80 billion naira. And that is $192 million. Although it's not supposed to be something so new, but as the old stories, event, and all this connect to one another, as always, you always get your answer every time you ask yourselves. Most of the time, the kind of a rhetorical questions that you ask yourself: how did Nigeria get here? In July 2015, Buhari appointed this thief. And if you all know very well, the message of all these Fulani thieves in Nigeria is to always, what's it they call that thing again? To be sanctimonious, being sanctifying themselves. So that you will think that those who are looting Nigeria, whenever they said Nigeria is fantastically corrupt, they are what? They are from southern Nigeria and they are infidel. This criminal that you have here was appointed in July 2015. And because of his criminality, he was meant to retire when he turned 60. But the thief continued because Buhari reappointed him. Now, for some of you to understand what is 80 billion, this guy you are looking on your screen right now stole the amount that is equivalent to the budget of the following schools in Nigeria. Just if you know that ASU is on strike right now, and they are on strike because the lecturer said they are underpaid or short paid. However, do you know that the money this thief appointed by Agbaule Buhari, that 80 billion naira can pay for the budget of the following schools? One, Kaduna Poly. In their 2022 budget, Kaduna Poly, 10.8 billion. That is their 2022 budget. Oko Poly, 7.2 billion. Yaba Tech. One moment. Yaba Tech in Lagos, 6.6 billion. Auchi Poly, 6.6 billion. Bida Poly, 6.1 billion. Nekede Poly, 6.1 billion. Mubi Poly, 5.5 billion. Ado Ekiti Poly, 4.4 billion. Bauchi, 4.4 billion. Ida Poly, 4.2 billion. Ilaro Poly, 3.1 billion. Now, that is exactly the budget of all these schools. Polytechnics in Nigeria. And that is what somebody stole under Buhari. How did he steal that? He stole the money through bogus contracts that they put in the budget for you all the time. Yeah, the trillion that you have been reading about it. So then they pay false consultant fees. So when they were probing him, yeah, so they figured out that the consultants who are collecting the billions and the billions, they were his children, his family members, his wives. And just last year, if I'm not mistaken, this rogue is over 62 years old, right? Accountant General of Nigeria. So because when they tell you that your leaders are thieves, because they are, and then some of you feel like, look at them. These people, they don't steal. They don't do all that, yeah? But wait, he married a 13 years old, I've been a 14 years old girl last year. This same guy. And this is the one person, money that could pay for all of your polytechnics budgets for 2022. One person stole all of that through consultancy. Do you remember Magulu Takruk? The Maiduguri MNK, the former EFCC chairman. You remember what that one was accused of stealing as well, diverting. And with the other people they stole, you know, how they relooted, they returned loot. You know, they had what they called recovered loot. Now, they relooted, recovered loot. So I use the phrase relooted. That Maguluta crook that they put inside the Old Rock house arrest. Do you know that they have finally they have actually promoted him now to AIG? Very soon, he's likely going to be your police IG. Yeah? You know Malamu. Malamu is your Attorney General of Nigeria. Abacha loot alone. That Switzerland was meant to be returning to Nigeria. UK returned to Nigeria. Malamu suddenly set up this set of legal consultants. And Malamu is paying them more than 30% of every return loot to Nigeria. Every time you are reading about Abacha loot to be returned, every time Malamu and gang, they are cashing out 30% from the source. But do you know the story of this return loot? These looters, these criminals, this APC, they did not process any return loot. Now the Egbere, good luck, Egbere, Jolantan, PDP, who were chasing return loot after Obasanjo. But by the time they will start returning the loot, they can't return Abacha loot to Abacha boys. Buhari is in government. And you know Buhari? What's that guy? Other guy's name? Babagana Kinjibe. You know all of them, Abacha boys. They are the ones ruling Nigeria by proxy. Abi? So when they return Abacha loot, they return it to them. That's why you can't find the loot anywhere. When they ask them, where is the return loot? They said they have paid it back into the national policy and they have shared the money. They said, Malamu, where is the loot? We have used the loot to construct a new railway. That's the money we used to construct Lagos-Ibadan Express railway. That's what we are using to construct this. They said, but what about the China loan? The loan you took from China? We thought those ones are for the train. See, we shall collect the loan. Forget about the story. The loan has been used. What happened is that they have always been relooting the loan, right? So, last, though, the big story of how did Naira got devalued, these thieves? How did the debt of Nigeria skyrocketed, these thieves? How did the looting escalated, these thieves? But guess what? They are trying to save you from other thieves, according to them. If not because of them, una go don see shege than what you are seeing right now. You should be grateful to Buhari. You should be thankful. And guess what? People say the reason why Nigeria is hard to break is because of all this endless looting. You will never see a southern politician come onto national television or go everywhere and mention the thieves from northern Nigeria. Then Bonham, they always pay homage to the thieves. Okay, yeah? So, the looting, they said, is because of the oil. They said that is why Nigeria cannot break. But last, the oil is useless to you as a person living in Nigeria today. You know the oil is useless to you, Abi? From January to March. And now this is May. From January to May, NNPC in Nigeria, they are selling crude oil. They are selling crude oil, but they are not remitting any dime. You know what they are saying? Because they have to use the money to pay for subsidy. Listen to this GBTO. The reason why many of you are poor, and some of you who are still managing right now, some of you don't know that you are so close to poverty than you can imagine. You are jumping up and down. Go and get your PVC. You see, by the time they are done with you, many of you who are still jumping now, by the time they are done with you, your own Bambiala is going to be worse than those who have already fallen, the fallen angels, in what they will do to you. Since January, they have remitted no dime, kobo, sisi, dollar, penny, pence, nothing. And when they ask them, where is the money? Meanwhile, because they haven't remitted a dime, because the only thing they know Nigeria to be selling is crude oil. So since this January, when the crude oil price started going up, then Russia wahala started, crude oil started going up. Nigeria should be having more money. So that you see all this borrowing, loan here and there. They want something to shock it. But because these people are the criminals that came to steal, to loot, to burn, to destroy, to kill. And that's exactly what they are doing. But you are not paying attention. You pray. You are praying. God will judge them. Before God judge them, Baba, you go see hell. You have no clue. If you have the whole picture, instead of Nigeria to be saving money as they are selling more oil, making more money, these thieves occupied, NNPC occupied by these northern thieves. They said they created a loophole. Suddenly, subsidy money tripled. Suddenly. And in order to pay for it, they have to use your oil money. You see, oil, all of you will get to say now, our oil money. Your oil money, as they are selling the little they are selling, as they have created more bunkering. Listen, this is data now, and I will break it down for you. In the whole world right now, a barrel of crude oil. Should Nigeria is broke. Nigeria continue to borrow, Abi. And the reason why Nigeria is broke and continue to borrow is because of thieves like this. If one person can steal 80 billion, if Malamun can steal more than 300 billion, one person steal over 300 billion. Now, imagine others in NNPC and all of that. Now, this is the picture of that of NNPC. When these rogues came in, they said those who are stealing Nigerian crude oil, they were stealing more than 30%. Since Nigeria is pumping 2.3 million barrels a day, crude oil. But 30% of that is being stolen elsewhere, which means Nigeria is losing money. Now, the 2.3 million barrel, when they took that to the international market for those who are selling for them, they are buying it for more money than it was 6 months, 7 months ago. Maybe that should automatically just say, thank God, though, this is our access to Forex. Let's save as much as possible. So that with that will improve our Naira. Stabilize it to some level. We'll shore that up, and then our lenders too. That will build more trust and say, confidence, rather. It will build more confidence. Now, economists know waiting that they talk so. What I'm trying to explain here now, economists, those who are economists will understand it. So if you ask me, myself, I don't know. I've read it many times. So what that means is that when Nigeria rely more on for what they sell out, and Nigeria have nothing to offer the world, now this crude oil. You see, when these rogues now came in, from 30% stolen crude oil in Nigeria, it has now jumped, reports said it has now jumped to over 80%. Now, the remaining 20% that they are even selling at high price, they created a loophole where they are going to say, there is no much money, Jare. Which oil? There is no money there. The money we are making, we are using that to pay for subsidy. So that if you go to to the pump station, if you go to filling station, you can be able to buy a liter for 170 naira per liter. If we are not using that money to cover that thing, you will be buying a liter of fuel for 500 naira. So don't question us. So that is why NNPC did not remit a dime since January. But do you know the truth? Morgan, Shana Morgan, what did they call that? Shana Morgan Finley, Abina Morgan Stanley. Help me, guys. Because now because NNPC, the dollar where they're supposed to remit, they have stolen it. As they are getting the money, they are sharing it and stealing it. Nigeria account don't read. The Nigerian rating don't reduce. JP Morgan, they've removed Nigeria name from countries that you can do business with. Countries you can take your money to and you will get refund, you will get profit back. Do you understand what that means? It simply means maybe Nigerians are complaining of no jobs. Nigeria is complaining of low foreign direct investment, FDI. So once they remove your rating like that, they will just want all the people with real money, except for thieves who just want to come and do Ponzi scheme in Nigeria. They are those who bring their little money. They will rape you. That's why you hear that you lost, they stole 7 billion. One person will come, will just give you one bobo. All of you will gather your penny, gather everything, give them. Desperation. Those are the people that bring their money to Nigeria, rape you, and take it away. The real businessmen, they look at the rating and say, "Omo, you want to carry your money go Nigeria? Think amo. For this so reason, corruption, terrorism, you know what I mean? All these things. Now, finally, they don't even have anything to back anything up. If your investment go there, na story. But another lie, meanwhile, the lies they told you is just an open lie, naked lie. Have you forgotten that in this 2022, this year, Buhari and gang, they passed the budget of 14 trillion. I've been at 15 trillion. 15 trillion. And in that budget, they said they were removing subsidy. And you remember the scenario, the fuel scarcity, all of that, Abi? Now they said, okay, if you don't want us to remove subsidy, we'll just go and borrow the money. Is that not what they told you? They said they will go and borrow the money to pay for subsidy. Therefore, Buhari wrote a letter to the National Assembly. He said, I need a supplementary budget so that I can pay for subsidy in 2022. Now, look at this. Before these criminals came in, the ones who promised you one refinery each every year, now, you don't even have a Korope refinery. You don't even have Gorodomu refinery. One small Gorodomu, one small barrel, they take and refine petrol. You don't even get anything anymore. But you remember when they came in, Goodluck Ebere, Jolantan, and PDP, they said they were paying about 400 billion for subsidy. And the entire Nigeria, they are using 25 million liter a day. Boom, when these criminals came in. I'm telling you how they depleted you, how they run you down, how they bankrupted you, how they made many of you to fall into poverty, how they devalued your naira, how they fleeced you. And those who fleeced you, they have names. You can see their faces. Do you want to help them? You want to be an undertaker? The people will go help them carry the body of Nigeria, enter grave. Upon all of this, I'm giving you the pointers now. You remember they said they want to go and borrow money for it. Now they have gone to go and borrow the 5 trillion. So from 400 billion a year on subsidy, and you are buying a liter of fuel for 87 naira per liter, you are using 25 million, between 23 million to 25 million liters a day. APC, Egbekegbe came in. your petrol jumped from 87 naira to 145 naira per liter. They are still paying subsidy. Guess what? Subsidy also jumped from 400 billion naira a year to 1 trillion, 1.2 trillion naira a year. Remember? I know you remember. And since then, it's either they pay 1.2, 1.4, 1 point this, 1 point that, and all this money could actually set up and fix all the refineries in Nigeria. But government can't fix refineries. Government can run your petrol, whatever. But Dangote can do it. Therefore, let us use the CBN to empower and be the guarantor for Dangote to build the biggest, the largest, the greatest refineries in the whole world in Africa. That became a campaign material. We can't wait for Dangote refinery to start. They entered your central bank. They dragged your central bank into printing money to cover up as a pretended collateral for Dangote. And now those they told you wanted to give them money, Dangote refinery will start working in year 2020. You remember? 2020 came. They said now 2021. 2021 came. They said now 2022. Now, 2022 came after all of the commitment they have, after killing everything for him, after running your country down for him, after emptying your central bank for him. Now, the news came and said, Dangote is broke. Quota system billionaire is broke. He has no money to even complete his refineries. Investors who brought little money, they are regretting. Nigeria is broke because of these rogues. I didn't say that. Go online and read it. The news came out yesterday or this morning. Dangote is broke. He has no money to complete his refinery. So you see what they did to you? You have a long way to go. Then they said that anyway, he has been suspended. I remember they suspended Magutu. They would change the suspension to retirement. Now go shout and shout and shout and shout, and then you go on. And but what you go on to is that you never remain the same. However, my people, the ayeye that is smelling, the people who are running when nobody is chasing them, the people who fear their own shadow for what they have done, they brought Nnamdi Kanu to court today. And at the same time, it was not because they came to allow him defend himself. It was pretty much like a show. However, they will continue to run from their own courts because I believe in one thing. You can lie for so long, tell the lies and begin to believe in your own lies. The propaganda they have invested so much in is kind of paying off, but it will be for momentarily. So, in court today, they decided to discuss the bail application for Nnamdi Kanu. Now, in the old convo, the judge, Binta Yako, has now come clean to say the reason why she would not admit the bail application of Nnamdi Kanu is because Nnamdi Kanu jumped bail, despite the argument of his lawyers that he had to run for his lives when the plot of the state was to kill him. However, extraordinarily renditioning him back to Nigeria is also a criminal act, illegal. Binta Yako said Nigeria acted right by kidnapping Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya without the consent of even the Kenya authority. And they are right simply because there is a bench warrant for his arrest. There's also a twist. The reason why I'm showing you this picture is because there's also a twist in the court today. Nigeria decided to amend their bogus charges against him. They said his lawyers, Barrister Ejiofor, they said Barrister Ejiofor will be charged with Nnamdi Kanu because he was in contact with him when Nnamdi Kanu escaped from his killers, the Nigerian military, in 2017. So they are also saying that they are going to charge his lawyer. However, the mood in the court after the case was adjourned is this image you are seeing now, and also what happened in that court today. Just glimpse of few things we can pick on, and at the same time, the statement of his lawyer, like this one.
And you cannot charge a person on a law that is still inchoate. They have nothing to say. What do they say when we said?
Please, that is the camera. The camera is too close.
You are blocking us.
Yes. Please ask questions like so for the benefit. Okay, let's move fast. So for the benefit of Nigerians, could you tell us exactly what happened in court today?
Briefly, sir.
If you
don't want me to talk, go.
Those two applications. Sorry,
If you want to go, you go.
sorry, Leonard. Our apologies, Leonard.
I don't have to speak.
Our apologies.
You all were in court.
Our apologies.
I don't have to speak.
Our apologies.
Finally, those two long-awaited applications have finally had their day.
Sorry?
The two applications, those two pending applications, have finally had their day. Tell us how it happened.
No, not the two applications, one. And that is the one that is jurisdictional, which is saying that all the 15 counts in the charge are bad, and bad. Like I described it before the court, they are as dead as dodo. All that the court requires is to give them a decent burial. Because there is nothing whatsoever in the counts at all. You are accusing Nnamdi Kanu of making some broadcast. You didn't say where this broadcast was made. Was it made in the spirit world? Was it made in the air? Was it made under the ground? You didn't state. That was to run away from the first count they had fired, which we attacked when they had mentioned the United Kingdom. So they thought that by not mentioning a place, they had gotten away from it. But as a matter of fact, they had worsened their case, because the Federal High Court Act says specifically, Section 34, that you must state the very location, specific location where an offense has been committed. That is one. They couldn't state any. They say made brokers, and that the brokers were in furtherance of some treasonable acts. For you to charge a person with furthering treason, you must have to charge the person with treason. Nnamdi Kanu is not charged with treason here. We call it the predicate offense. Sure. It is from this predicate offense that the acts of furthering will emanate. So they are building castles on empty air. There's nothing to support it. You are saying that the broadcast he made led to protests, violent protests in the east and in Lagos, affecting Lagos transportation system. Does this court have jurisdiction territorially over Lagos and matters that happen near Ule, near Ihiala, in Anambra State? No. Does this court have jurisdiction over matters if there was an offense committed, for example, say in UK? Does this court have jurisdiction over matters that happen in UK? Answer, no. Because this court cannot exercise jurisdiction on matters within a sovereign land, another country that has sovereignty under international law. Another major point is that you are trying this man, saying for committing, for belonging to a proscribed organization. And I must now say this, contrary to what the prosecution said last time. Nnamdi Kanu has never denied being a member of IPOB. He says, I am not a member of proscribed IPOB. I want all of you to know the difference. And when IPOB was proscribed through the court process, Nnamdi Kanu challenged it. The matter is at the Court of Appeal currently. Yeah. Nobody knows the judgment of the Court of Appeal. If the Court of Appeal finally says that this proscription was wrong, as we are contending, let's say by that time you had already tried Nnamdi and jailed him, how will you bring him back? So you are trying him under a law that is inchoate, that is being challenged, whose efficacy and longevity is being tested and has not been finished. So we call it lite pendens, or the doctrine of sub judice. So you cannot. So Nnamdi Kanu, in his extrajudicial statement, said he founded IPOB in 2012 in London, and that is the head. He has never denied being the founder, head, and member of IPOB, but he denies being a member of proscribed IPOB. This point must be made clear. We have also challenged the entire law itself, the Terrorism Prevention Act as amended of 2011 as amended in 2013. Now, it is not a law within the exclusive legislative list of the National Assembly that it ought to have made. It has no competence to make it under the Constitution. We have also challenged that. There are other grounds, very strong grounds, where we are challenging that. For example, you brought this man, you abducted him by force, you tortured him, you captured him like a common criminal in Kenya. A British citizen who had gone to Kenya voluntarily, you captured him, you abducted him, and you rendered him to Nigeria by force without going through any extradition process. And all the laws governing this matter, like Article 12, sub 4, Article 34 of the African Charter on Human and People's Rights, like sections 4 to 6 of the terrorism and other acts within the Commonwealth jurisdiction, and even Part 5A of the guidelines issued pursuant to the African Charter on Human and People's Rights, say that before you can try a person for an offense, you have to show that the person was rendered freely and voluntarily, lawfully, to your country from the country where he was, maybe as a fugitive or as a visitor. But Nnamdi Kanu was captured in Kenya and brought here extrajudicially to Nigeria to face trial. That cannot make any count based on that to stand. It is like saying that you can destroy a person ahead so as to have the chance to try the.
Thank you, Mr. Mike Ozekome, explaining the charges one by one, just same way he would argue in front of the judge, talking about the charges and all of that, defending his clients. However, when they denied Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, while they were dealing with that inside the court, outside the court, where Biafrans and the supporters of IPOB and other member of public came out to show solidarity and show support to the leader of the IPOB as much as they could. The Nigerian police were busy as usual, even though those who are, who are victims of kidnappings, who are still pretty much vulnerable to getting kidnapped, they are there, unminded. The Nigerian police, Nigerian security, as usual, they were there to unleash brutality, something like this.
They should give her water. They should not give Teargas. They should give Teargas for us.
Because you have a miscarriage. God forbid. The policeman is shooting tear gas on me.
Can you see that? She's not washing herself because of the Teargas. Everybody is running. That's why her Teargas.
Just
they must release our son, whether they like it or not, because he did not do anything. Of course. Yes.
So that happened. But nevertheless, when the case got adjourned and one of the lawyers was leaving, Barrister Aloy Ejimako, there was a mood covered. But talking about Abuja, so the same Abuja also witnessed a place called Day Market, I believe, where a trailer, according to the report, a trailer crushed a woman, a bike passenger, got crushed, and afterward, I think the Okada riders or something like that, staged a fight back, and they started burning down the market there, including people that they could attack. So that's ongoing in Abuja. That same Abuja where they are doing a public show of the trial of Nnamdi Kanu. It was pretty much in high spirit. So talking about the violence of this, or the menace of these Okada riders who are invading every space, including leading to insecurity threats in Lagos. I bet many of you have, probably those of you who are living in Abuja, those areas, you would have to begin to find other means of transportation, because Sanwo-Olu made an announcement just today to ban Okada in those areas. I can't, since I've been born, since I've grown up, I can't count how many times Lagos State, different Lagos State politicians have banned Okada. I mean, it's like a normal thing, okay? Ban Okada. Then politicians during campaign, they will start sharing Okada. But this one, it seems to be a different one, because we have, the level of insecurity around Yoruba, around Nigeria, the Yoruba land, Lagos State, the threat is real. People who live in this axis have been raising concern over the influx of, Hausa, Fulani, Northerners who have no real means or anywhere they live or are staying in this axis. People are now feeling concerned that the numbers of Hausa Fulanis who have no real address anywhere in that part of Lagos. Every morning when you are going to work, you will see them on your path, just there gathered. You don't know what they are doing. You don't know what they are going. Many of them have picked up Okada now. So a lot happened. Something happened as well just about 2-3 days ago. A young man was killed, lynched, and was burned to death. So what happened? They said that one of the Aboki Okada riders was having an argument with his passenger in Lagos. and it was the argument over change. And it was 500 naira. Okay, this is it, right? The Okada man charged 400 naira for the trip. The passenger gave 500 naira. So the bike man should give a change of 100 naira. So the bike man said, I don't have change. Right? And then the passenger was like, go and find me my change. As they were having an argument there, this young man, the father of two that got killed, is not the Okada man. He is not the passenger. He is not working at the bus stop. He walked out like everyone else. He walked out from an eatery or is in a shopping complex. For those of you who know the story better, because I may not be so kind of accurate, but I know what I'm talking about, right? So this young man, like everyone else, came out, and in the process, yeah, they started trying to settle the fight. We don't know what happened. And then, the next thing they said that the passenger is a Yahoo boy. And that is what they do in that area. They come, they pretend to be passenger, that they need a change, this and that. Before you know it, they pounce on that person. Before they start attacking him, yeah, he managed to escape from them. The real passenger. But you see that person who came out to say, so it's okay. What up, it's okay, settling the fight. The next thing like this, they just pounced on him. They even said, when they started saying they are Yahoo boys, that's what they do, that's what they do. The guy ran away. Somebody saw him where he was trying to hide. I don't even know how somebody who is not involved in something ended up being the center of the whole fight, and then he got killed. But the bottom line is that it was the Hausa Fulani Okada riders who took over everywhere and threatened anybody who tried to come their way. It's like they are like waiting, the trouble waiting to happen. So this has now led to, when the whole thing now came open, this now has prompted the Lagos state government, which Sanwo-Olu himself actually declared today. Hear from him. Life is meaningless in Nigeria. Life is worthless. If you have yours now, you can still use it for something very, very worthy, valuable, before they take them from you, because there's no guarantee they can take it anytime.
The whole of Ikeja local government, the whole of Surulere local government, the whole of Eti-Osa local government, the whole of Mainland local government, the whole of Apapa local government, and the whole of Lagos Island local government. A total ban on this and all of the highways effective from the 1st of June. This is the first banning that we're going to be embarking on, so that others know that in a short while, either they get out or for something else to do. And from 1st of June, there are LCDs that are underneath them. We're going to publish them. We're going to list all of them. And so we're given the notice now, right, where you can begin to do your recce, begin to do, your strategy. From the 1st of June, please to want all of the Okada to be completely off this major road. Let people begin
to... Thank you. Somebody saw, if you are seeing the poll showing up on your screen, it is about the question of Yoruba Rescue Fund and all that, and I use the word right away. The right away there is for a purpose, because there's something I'm going to talk about on that tonight. And there's also some clarity I'm also going to make tonight. Last night, I told you something about the update on the Yoruba Rescue Fund. And afterward, I received feedbacks from many, many of us, especially the brethren of the brethren on the Temple of Truth. So they came back to me. They are not happy. The fact that we suddenly, this is what happened though. This is what I'm still going to come back and talk about, yeah? The fact that we suddenly, on Maiyegun's diary Politico, this space, this platform where we can do things so independently, so successfully, without taking any goddamn order from any goddamn person. So suddenly, I mean, we want to put ourselves under just any kind of any person or any group or whatever, and their opinion or what they think or what they say will now become what is our watchword, our guide. So what we now realize is that sometimes being too nice, trying to be nice, trying to be respectful, trying to show some regard, some people take advantage of that. They take a piece on Maiyegun's diary Politico. Listen to this. When it comes to decision making, we make our decisions and we don't give a damn about anybody who possibly feels like is either we are stupid, we are ignorant, or we are proud. Do you get what I mean? I mean, this is Maiyegun's diary Politico, for goodness sake. This is a parliament. Whatever is decided here is a done deal. So in this regard, I am going to talk about that later, okay? So you are free. You can say no if you don't want it to be done right away. Listen to me very well. I have the feedback of the real people. When I talk about the donors of Maiyegun's diary Politico, when I talk about my people, when I blow what we call the dog whistle, when I tell my people and say, can we do something? If they say yes, it is insulting. It is demeaning. It is undervaluing for us to now bring ourselves down. Again, I'll come back to that. So you may choose not to vote. You may choose no. But do you know the real donors of Maiyegun's diary Politico? The real donors of the Yoruba Rescue Fund? The friends of Maiyegun? The real movers and shakers of what happens here? The people that mobilize, the people that raise, that even those who don't give us, who don't count us as anything, they can't look away from us. They said, Maiyegun, except if you choose to hold on. I don't want to get into that spirit yet. I want to be doing it little by little, little by little. When I finish with what I'm doing, we'll get to that part. So don't get yourself so kind of worked up, okay? Don't suddenly, Maiyegun, ọmọ ọ̀dọ̀ àgbà ni ẹ́. Maiyegun, mo like it. Ṣé orí gbogbo ìgbà yẹn gbà mí wà o. Àwọn ìgbà mí wà tó jẹ́ pé ṣòrí àwọn respect yẹn gbà mí. Tàbá ti fún ẹni tí ò yẹ ká fún. Kò kí ń pẹ́ ká tó sáré discover pé no, tí ọ̀dà àgbà ti gbéra wa léèyàn kan lọ́wọ́ tó ti rò pé òun ju bóun ṣe rẹ̀ tí mo rún kan bẹ́ẹ̀. Àbá wọn kan kóra wọn síbi kan tó believe pé àwọn actually really ní nǹkan kan, opinion kan, advice kan tó ní ṣe pẹ̀lú Maiyegun. Èmi ni mo gbéra mi lọ bá wọn. A padà síbẹ̀ later. Ẹ jẹ́ ń gbé yín lọ s'Èkó, mo will go to Lagos. Talking about the rogues who are also telling you that they have something to offer. This is the guy that can crack you up, by the way. Do you get that now? I'll take you there. And that is really wicked. Just listen to what he's saying, because I have something I want to say in that regard. Just before we go to another one. Then our Fabosi Yoruba Rescue Fund. When I get back to that Yoruba Rescue Fund, you will understand that some of you have taken, I have given you, on this platform, we have given you that space. And some of you have overrated yourselves. Many of you. Or maybe, many of you actually underrated who is Maiyegun and his friends. So when it comes to Yoruba Rescue Fund, Ibela ma pari esi, che gboba isin, eni tó bá máa kú ló máa kú, eni tó bá máa kú ló máa kú. On this platform, we will do what we will do. Okay? So don't stress yourself. And that is this guy. Were Wike Wike was in Lagos telling you, Shebi APC don't ruin everything. Shebi APC have, they've done their this. I am not contesting to be vice president. Are you with me? I am not, because as it be so, many of you who are praying, Maiyegun, I told you, Jonathan is not going anywhere. Jonathan will never risk it. Almost as they tell me, now so that they tell us too. So if I say your prayer be say, may Jonathan shall not disappoint you. Not be say you are interested in anything, Abi. If your prayer if you don't get answer small. Just like they told us that good luck Jolanta when he came back from Senegal to London, from London to Abuja, he met with what do you call it? He met with Benue, what do you call the Benue governor as well, and he said there is possibility that he is going to be attending the PDP Congress. So if you are praying that God, that Maiyegun that said that Jonathan is going to APC, God, make that no happen. No. Well, I they say amen on your behalf. Keep praying. However, there's somebody who believes that your prayer is answered when he was in Lagos. If you make him your president, his name is Wike.
I'm not running this election to be vice president. I want to tell anybody, let it be clear. I'm running, I will be president, I'm not contesting vice president. I'm not contesting that. So let nobody tell you, I'm running. That's not my business. It's not my own, it's not Satara or Natara. My own is, I am running to be president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Look at what is happening today. Look, in fact, it's so shameful. I'm collecting form under APC when schools are shut off how many months. I even hear from the Minister of Labour, he has withdrawn now, from what I heard. I don't understand. Schools are shut down, and you are rushing to pick from people. Terrorists attacked at our train, kill people. How many people have been held to hostel? We cannot find them. Somebody is rushing to pick form. With a country, no conscience. No conscience. How can I be a minister and see what's happening in my ministry? I don't care about the loss of lives. I don't care about this. All I care is to go and collect form to the president. This is the kind of country we are in. If you have a strong leader, if you have a courageous leader, if you have a strong person who will say no, enough is enough of this. This is black and this is white. There's so much injustice in this country. Somebody has to say it out and say enough of this has to stop. Those things people think are difficult, I will do it. Those things, heaven will not fall. Heaven will be at peace when you correct things. But you need a strong person who can stand. Not these lily liver people. How many of you have ever seen the challenge the government? Let them open their mouth. You know me. I'm not the one anybody will say you cannot predict. No. You must have a president you can predict. You know what I will do and what I will not do. If you like, put it that way, I won't do it. I will do the right thing. Nigeria must move forward. I went to Kaduna State. I asked them, who is the president of Nigeria? He said, Buhari. Where is he from? He said, Kaduna. What's your problem? They said security. The governor said, everybody take arms and defend yourself. That is the president's state. It's not, so it's not the issue of where you come from now. Who wants to do this job? Who has the energy? The energy in me is too much. I want to serve Nigeria. I want to serve Nigeria. Don't give somebody, you won't know when he comes down, when he will not come down. Oh, he traveled for over. I'm too strong. You know I'm too strong. Don't forget about people who want to run around stadium. No, that is not the story we're not talking about. That one is something else. I'm talking about strong to do the work. It's not strong to run around the field. There are those who do 100 meters. Let them do their own 100 meters. My job is not to do 100 meters. My job is to stay and work and make sure Nigeria gets better. It's not to go and run around the field. No. Do you have the internet? Yes, I do. I became governor. It's not governor, people who know what happened. I didn't go and pick it. I fought for it. Right? And that's why I know the value. Nobody will dash you power. Power is not dash. Support me to go and take the power from the APC and bring back to PDP on behalf of Nigerians. It's not every day by kneeling down to pray. Sorry. Thank you. Look, this thing we are going for is not, look, let me tell you, it's not how many times you pray. It's not how many times you pray. Whether you go to the mosque 10 times, not the issue. Whether you go to vigil, night vigil, 20 times, not the issue. It's not the issue. Having helped those who help themselves. You need to walk. You need to plan and know whom you are dealing with. Who is my opponent? I know them. I know APC very well. Allow me. I'm begging you, delegates, allow me.
We're a wiki. Send me. I will make it happen for you. Come on. All these people who are killing you, doing all of that. I can make all of that go away. Not the same situation whereby suicide bombers. Now, suicide bomber bomb Kano. But they say now gas. Gas we bomb, we no fire, no day. Shebi they told you that bombing in Kano. I don't know the number of people killed yet. Suicide bomber. Suicide bomber. That's what happened in Kano. The Boko Haram and the rest of them, they are going to show you shege. And this is all going to be, it's going to be the pockets of violence here and there. If you get caught up in any of them, say go Bini, you're on your own. But when they tell you, police inside their own chat group, they reported and said suicide bomber came into that place and he bombed and he killed everybody. The whole house collapsed. No fire. Then they went out there. They said it's gas. About me pray for boy. Pray for this guy because he's a witness, eyewitness. Person waiting up, go and survive.
But God intervened. It was a suicide bomber that came, and I want you to pass this information across the way I'm telling you now. It was not gas explosion. It was a suicide bomber. We saw him. So that is a fact. But God intervened.
After our assembly in the morning, I was in a class teaching the students, and all of a sudden we heard a sound. And on reaching here, we saw the explosion and some dead bodies around. And what we are hearing in the news now, that the government are saying is a gas explosion, while what we saw and the sound we hear is a bomb blast sound. As an engineering student, I know what is gas and I know what is bomb explosion. So I don't see the reason why the government will be telling us that this is a gas explosion where we know the truth. So I don't know if they are trying to cover their shame or trying to cover their insecurity in the state.
The Kano State Commissioner of Police visited the scene to assess the level of damage. He said the explosion was triggered by a gas cylinder and not a bomb.
That is the EOD personnel. You know, if you can see, they said it was an explosion, bomb explosion, but sincerely, it's not bomb explosion. It's gas cylinder explosion.
After concluding just search and rescue.
You see how that man, a police officer, is not a bomb expert. And you know, in Nigeria, when house collapse, everybody will jump in because nobody is coming to rescue anybody. Everybody will jump in to start doing that. The crime scene is already polluted. The person, the bomb explode and all of that, they change the story. The media continue to say gas, 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 gas. If they say gas, gas, at last, the police officer said it doesn't matter whether na gas, whether na bomb, the whole place don't calm down. Let's just forget the old thing. That's it. Allah gives, Allah take, Allah protect, Allah just it doesn't matter anymore. That's Nigeria way. It doesn't matter anymore. Whether na bomb, whether na gas, it don't do. Everybody go pray. Those are eyewitnesses, so that was the scene, oh. But you, professor, who knows that we should not always be exaggerating. We should not be always be. They said it's gas explosion. Baba, you know, they person where they cannot talk saying now waiting to see be that your government lied to you. How many other lies have they probably, you know, got away with you? So that was in Kano. We are terrorists, suicide bomber, and many others are getting covered by the criminal government of Nigeria. People are still dying. People are dying. But Yoruba said, you know what? We want to leave. Students said they want the government to listen to them and settle their lecturers so that they can go back to school. And they went out there in Ibadan, in Akure, yesterday, today, or 2 days ago and yesterday. And they had their soldiers, they have police, they have all of them that could shoot a student again, as usual.
Okay.
You get? Those are students running away. Hey, they don't come. Oh, that was correct. This is
this is what Nigeria everyone come to here to come and do with our peaceful protest. Successful protest. The vision of us. The vision of us. Started shooting. What about Lucky Target? It's happening again. What about Lucky Target? It's happening in those states.
I think that was you, though. Lord, we are angry now. We will not take it. After they leave that scene, now them you go see for APC, PDP. And they will be speaking grammar. You need to understand this is a person who love the student, who love and all of that nonsense. Student, they are the ones campaigning for politicians. And they're also the ones as well helping their rigging machine. Because you see their teachers, their own teachers, their lecturers, who are complaining that they are not well paid. There are lecturers who said that they are not well paid, and that is why they locked the school. Election is coming. Now them they rig election. In Nigeria, university done, university lecturers, they are returning officers during elections in Nigeria, okay? So every time that they have to falsify figures, cook up figures to bring criminal politicians to power, the university lecturers, polytechnic and colleges of education lecturers, teachers, all of them, they are those who work as INEC returning officers. So when they rig election for these criminals, when the criminals get to power, they steal all their salaries, all their promotion, everything. They are left, they are left poorer, so to say. And then you know what they do? These lecturers, they now turn on the students. So they turn on the students for their survivor, their greed, and every other thing, as long as they can get money, whatever they can do to get money. So the students, you watching me right now, then you turn on your own parents. But remember, your parents are the ones singing. Bo tie dibo, oti wale, bo tie dibo. On your mandate, Bola, on your mandate. Share you get. Now your parents they sing, now them they buy, now them they vote, abi. Now the lecturers, they rig. Are you with me? So when the politicians you rigging in a rigged system, when they get in, they steal your lecturer money, steal your education fund, steal everything. Your lecturer too, from his own suffering, his own frustration, he move it on to you. Then you move it on to your parents. Last, everybody start complaining. Guess what? Oh, including policemen. The policemen will be the ones to protect the ballot boxes in the interest of different political criminals. Yeah, and they will guide it. They will guide the ballot boxes. It's a long story. The policemen and the military, they will guide the ballot boxes. They will take them to the electoral officers who are the university dons, you know, the colleges of education, all of them. The police will take the ballot to them. And when they finish counting and they need to enter the numbers, the university lecturers will falsify the figure to rig in the thieves. So when the thieves get to power, they steal the money belonging to the police, the money that belongs to the lecturer, the money that belongs to the doctors, the money that belongs to Babalawo, the money that belongs to Mamalawo, the one that belongs to pastor, that belongs to imam, the money that belongs to witches, the one that belongs to wizard, the one that belongs to devil, even the one that belongs to God. Politicians are the only people where they scam everybody and nothing they happen. They will scam witch, they will scam wizard, they will scam pastor, scam bully, scam this. Everybody will come in. Because now all of you go pay tax now. Not be all of you go pay tax. When you pay the tax, politicians loot everything. When they loot everything, they're not born you well, maybe you no pay tax. You pay, they rob you, you pay. So after that, it's just like a chain, you know, it's like a vicious circle. If you understand it very well, you would like to break the circle. That's what many of us are doing. We need to break this circle and stop pretending. There's no miracle that is going to happen. Are you with me? So students are protesting. Open our school. You are destroying our future. What is all this nonsense? ASU strike. But guess what? Election is here. And like I said, they will be the foot soldiers, their parents. And then the second stage will be the lecturers who are going to be election officials. Then the politician who is going to benefit from all of them and rob all of them. And they will start complaining, this country, you cannot leave us to continue to suffer like this. I say, if suffer don't tire you, you will rise up, raise your fist, and you will scream, break it up to save lives. You know what I mean? So that's why many of us have saved ourselves the stress, the energy of getting, trapped into the backward, system called Nigeria. And it is doable. It is doable peacefully, so to say. You get what I mean? So, and I believe that there are people who also believe that it is doable, and they are not just saying it or just believing. They are acting on it. Education is one of them. They told you that if you have to say you want to stand on your own, you should be very careful because you may not be able to stand on your own, according to them. But many of us believe that indeed we can stand on our own. And the background where this is coming from is simply not far-fetched, I'll tell you. Nigeria, politicians loot Nigeria. They take their loot out. And they bring them over here to come and get properties and do whatever they want and all of that. Like the person who stole 80 billion. What do you want to take 80 billion to if it is not greed? Right? So it's the norm, it's the life, it's what they do, and it is what they expect you to get used to. But what I'm saying to you is that sometimes you need to tell yourself some truth and say, you know what? Why do I have to continue to get used to a system that continues to undermine me? And it has gotten to a stage whereby even your life, the breath you have right now, can be snuffed out of you by all these marauding criminals who eventually get the state protection. You can't continue to pretend about that. You know what I mean? And that's why so many of us felt like as your politicians are looting your country, looting Nigeria and taking everything away for themselves, making everything up for themselves and all that, they are leaving the remnants and the victims of this, this unfairness, this injustice, because it's an injustice on its own. And then this corruption, the victims of all these corruptions, right? They are our family members, people you know, your old-time friend, your colleague back in Nigeria, all of that. So if you're now in the diaspora, yeah, even if nobody gave you a credit for what you are contributing to what Nigeria is clinging on to economically to survive for now, yeah, you should give yourself the credit. That's what we do. We give ourselves the credit because we use numbers. This whole thing is about numbers. And I am a man of numbers. I like numbers because it tells the story better. You know what I mean? So you may not know the number of people who are outside Nigeria, who have been pushed out of Nigeria because of the failed system in that place. And they continue to fail system, right? But when you look at what we call the remittances back into that country, remittances is what we give back. And what is remittances? These are the funds that we have to give back to support our families who have become fallen angels along the line in a ruined system where somebody can steal 80 billion conveniently, where somebody can steal $1 billion. I'm talking about somebody stealing over 600 billion naira, 1 trillion naira. I'm talking about guys who have stolen and they have become billionaires in dollars. And they feel like they are untouchable, nothing can happen. They've ruined, wrecked, and destroyed a place, including our people. Are you with me? So they steal your money and bring them here. You read the story all the time, you laugh. You say God will punish them. God doesn't punish them. What happened is that the reason why many of you have never really felt it that much is because there is, as they are looting you, there's another over $35 billion remittances coming from all of us who are not living in Nigeria. If you are living in Togo and somebody is asking you to send something from Togo to Nigeria, your family members, you are living in Ghana and you're taking care of your family members in Nigeria. That is called remittances, if you don't know. Remittances is not just for those who live in Europe, live in America or Asia. No. If you are living in Benin Republic, that you have to do trans-border transaction to help somebody back home in Nigeria, that money, even though that money is being given to your family member, is being given to your friend, or you are using the money to do giveaway on social media. Let us do giveaway, 1 million. I want to give 100 people, 10, you know those things. Once you pump that money back in there, from outside Nigeria, it is called a remittance, and they are called remittances. And guess what? In figure of value, that's over $35 billion. $35 billion. Man, that is like a 1/3 of Nigeria debt. If to say Nigeria is a country, a real place, it means all of us in the diaspora, which 90% of us are pretty much from southern Nigeria. This is unreliable data, so you may not. But it's not exaggerated. The chunk of those who actually remit money back into Nigeria are mostly from southern Nigeria. Proven facts. When you see people from northern Nigeria, I'm not saying all of them, I'm not generalizing now. When you see people from northern Nigeria who are outside Nigeria, it's either they're outside Nigeria for education. And most of this education are funded by the federal government or Fulani government of Nigeria. No joke. I'm talking about people who are studying abroad and they are living better than you, who is studying and you're also working, paying your fee, paying your school fees, and also paying house rent. And at the same time, remembering your own sister back in Nigeria for this token change they will need to, they need a new phone and all of that. You know what I'm talking about. Nigeria send money to them. You, when you leave Nigeria, if you are a southerner, and you're not a member of the, a member of the family, so a family member of any politician in Nigeria, now you go to send money back to Nigeria, okay? But a few of these guys from southern Nigeria who are outside Nigeria, children of politicians, family of politicians, relative of all of these people, when you see them outside Nigeria, they send money from Nigeria to them. But all of us, people like me, all of us, where they work, clean toilet, clean office, do guide what is it called? Go and do night watch, do peke, go and walk in the toilet, go and watch plate, go and do all those work, and including all of you who are doing professional jobs. I'm talking about all of you who are actually like high flyers. I don't like me how they talk about you. Not to they get swollen head, because sometimes what I'm saying about what I'm talking about right now is not really so something you experience, so to say. But people like us, we walk inside toilet, we they do quick, you know what I mean? Freshen up, Freshen up for Puna. Freshen up. Freshen up. We love. You know what I mean? Many of us who have to jump out on the bike early in the morning. Guess what? The chunk of that money, it's not even for us to take care of ourselves. It's not even to provide a better life for ourselves. It's not even to give ourselves some sort of or make our flex small. Most of that money go back into that Nigeria. They give us a figure. And that's over $35–36 billion. That's far more than what your politicians are stealing from you. That is what is holding Nigeria little. If to say what they are looting from you, if they are not, if what we are remitting back, if you add down, maybe life for better small, life for be like South Africa. Are you with me? For be like South Africa small, you know? But they are criminals who take from you. We are people who have left Nigeria because we are forced out mostly. Many of you watching me right now, you are waiting for your time. You are waiting. Some of you there on top of a mountain now, they pray. Some of you don't do everything where they talk, say, you do prayer, this, prayer, that. Your visa will come in the next 1 week. Your visa will come in the next 1 month, right? Because you won't leave, Abi. You are just going to add to the number of those who are going to be paying refund, what do you call it, back to save Nigeria, because that's what we do. So we now said, if we now decided that we want to take 1% of that, 1% is even too much. There are many of you who send, what do you call it, who send $1,000, $5,000, $10,000 pound sterling, you know, back to Nigeria every month. Some of you send money to Nigeria every week. Now your money make up that total number they are talking about, that 36 billion. So we now said that rather than continue to fund and help Nigeria to stay together in this regard, why a politician continue to milk your Nigeria, how about we invest our money where we want our mouth to be? And we have done that on many occasions on this platform. And that was what gave birth to, the intervention fund that we named after Sunday Igboho. We did that so well, so well enough that we decided that we could go public, we could go further, we could reach more people. We could even, it's not just about rich. I mean, it's not about money this time around. We decided that we can actually do this in a way that every Yoruba person, Yoruba son and daughter, wherever you are all over the world, right? You will have something called a sort of a connection through a community that is outside what we have right here, social media, on and off of it. That's why we came together and said, how about we put together a fund that is not just a fund. It is going to be a stream, a lifeline that can continue to show to Yorubas what it is that we are missing and we are losing out on every single day that you wake up and you still realize that you are part of Nigeria. The battle is ours. The battle is theirs. If something we in the diaspora are seeing that they are not seeing, how about we explain that further to them? Now, so we discovered that there are already people who are already telling Yorubas that we deserve Yoruba nation. Before many of this group that you are seeing today, before many of them came out, managed to put themselves together, and they fought for the struggle to the point that you are seeing today. Hi, Maiyegun. I have been talking, promoting, propagating, and even fighting, calling attention of whoever cared to listen to why Yorubas should begin what? To get out of Nigeria. I have been saying that all the time. At some point, I even said, how about we get all the Yorubas interested in the politics enough that if they discover that those who are actually holding them down, they are not the Hausa Fulani, they are not the Igbos, they are not any other people that many have told you to suspect in the name of they love Yoruba land. I said, if you are politically conscious, if you are politically aware, if you are not always politically correct, it will be easier for all of us, right, to know that kokoro to njefo na idea for e dey live. Kokoro to njefo na idea for e dey. Those who are holding us down who impoverished us, who strangulated and choked us to this level in Nigeria, they are Yorubas, and you know their names. So we listed that out, and we said that the people need to know. If they do, yeah, of course, we can get rid of all these, what do you call them? All these betrayers, we call them, so to say. They had a chance of defending Yoruba land, but they decided to make money for themselves. And for decades now, our people have been the worse off for it. But now when we can say, Omo, we have the capacity. Yes, we do. I remember for like about 6 months. You remember when we were like saying, how can we help? How can we help those who were promoting Yoruba nation and all of that? How can we be of help? You guys are back there. We are in the diaspora. We can rally around for you. I mean, if we are part of those remitting over 35 billion back to Nigeria, Yorubas, we are part of those who are remitting the money. Yeah? So 35 billion, that's a lot. And if all of you are championing for Yoruba nation, for the sake of Yoruba people, Yoruba land, we expect you to at least let it be homegrown. Take it to the people. But let's thank God for Sunday Igboho, who was stylishly, some of you may have forgotten, Igboho was stylishly dragged into Yoruba nation struggle because his image could sell. Igboho came out and he said, they are killing my people. I have evidence. I have gone after them many times. It should not be accepted. All of you Yorubas, Yoruba sons and daughters all over the world, you may not know what is going on. This is real. Igboho spoke out. Many Yorubas listened. And guess what? It was an opportunity for everyone who said they are championing for Yoruba nation to quickly tap into Igboho. Ilana Yoruba even tapped into Igboho. But among those who tapped into Igboho, dragged Igboho into Yoruba nation, it is only Ilana that stayed longer. That is why when a time came for us to intervene, and when we got to know about all the abracadabra, the jeun, all of this, we are raising money here, we are raising money there, Igboho here, Igboho there, and until when they depleted people, and people stopped giving them their money. I didn't know until I said, shouldn't we get involved and just stop talking? Now, Una said more will get involved. Nobody Una said more will get involved. Maiyegun, we need to do it. Maiyegun, we need to go. We have to do it. It was my getting involved. That was when I get to know that, as a Yoruba nation, majority, some of you have been so consistent about this whole campaign, especially many of you in the diaspora. We now discover that many of you are just Eti-Osa so nueku. I am using this word buying because it was when I started trying to say we want to get involved. Now so they start different meetings. Or more see meetings. People who were supposed to be fighting for Igboho Abi. It became so much of an engross, and that was when I started knowing names. They have more than 30 different groups. And many of the members of the groups, they are mostly the same. You will see this person, he will say, our group, we have a group, the leader is in South Africa. We have this group, they are in France. We have this other group, they are in Dublin. Another group in America. Another this one. They shall model the whole thing. Listen, I wouldn't know. Shebi me, I be one Igidaduro, one man mopo, Maiyegun. You know me. I'm just here. And then you told me that we cannot just keep talking. Let's get involved. Then we got involved. Getting involved, I realized that, oh boy, 1,000 they happen. on top Yoruba nation. I then started asking questions like, are you guys actually for Yoruba nation or what? It doesn't sound like you guys actually like yourselves. When I talk to this one, what he's going to tell me about that one is so terrible, so horrible. When I speak to this one, what they are going to tell me about those group, and then they start saying this group, they told us that they are raising this, they want to get lawyer for Igboho. This one group. I was like, what's going on? Well, you know me. I came here. I played nice. I told you then, I said, our intention is not to go into competition with anybody. We just want to help. I mean, if you guys are real, if your intention is genuinely about Yoruba nation, we want to help. Okay? But we're going to start with Oloye Sunday Igboho. This whole thing, clear. Clear. This whole thing, everybody just did, all morning, so they started telling me characters. I started knowing people, the real people who have turned Yoruba nation to business. I'm going to give them till the 4th of June. It doesn't even matter anyway. At some point, I'll begin to mention their names. Okay? Including the Baba Akintoye himself, Baba Adeniran, and so many other characters behind the scene. Those who are pulling the string. Those who felt immediately, they felt so intimidated. They initially thought the fundraiser we are raising, we are going to pack the money and give the money to them. Now we take ourselves to them. We took ourselves to them. Then suddenly they said that Igboho is comfortable in prison. Simply because we said we are not happy that Igboho should remain in prison. They said, no, don't worry. We don't want anybody to, we have been doing everything. That's it. Among all of them, they are fighting themselves. These are people that I don't know. You know me, I didn't know anybody initially. They are fighting themselves. Maiyegun, no, don't worry. We are, yeah. But they just said that, that Maiyegun don't raise money. Raise money? How? No joke, within 14 hours, the guy don't raise over 15,000 pounds. Within under 24 hours, they've raised over 15,000 pounds. Whose name is that? Whose name are they using to raise the money? Igboho, they say Igboho. What is the money for? They said they want to get lawyer for Igboho. What nonsense? Which lawyer? We are the one paying for lawyer now. We are this one paying for lawyer. Everybody is paying for lawyer. That's the genesis. So to some of you who don't know the reason why they said that Yoruba Rescue Fund, that Baba Akintoye came on Maiyegun's diary Politico to say, we trust you with this, with that, all those sweet words. It was because of the money we raised. They were surprised. How? We have been doing everything in this so time. Nobody give us money. What is going on? Who is that Maiyegun? So the first thing they did was to say, we don't know him. It's not one of us. We don't know about the money. This and that and all of that. You remember that story? People started calling me. Maiyegun no vex. Maiyegun no vex. Go and talk to Baba Akintoye. Baba Akintoye want to talk to you. It's because they were not explained to you. I was like, me, I know they under any goddamn person's control. If I manage to talk to you, now respect that they give you. Trust me, it's not pride. No, it's not pride. I have been told many times that if I don't pay respect to some people, if I continue to talk the way I was talking, that I was going to fizzle out. That was what they told me. People who told me then, years ago, that if I continue to go on the way I was going, I was just going to waste away. I was just this, Many of them are now joining me. Some of them have even turned to friends. And they will tell you, I have been watching you for 7 years. Many of them didn't like me 7 years ago. I was called Maiyegun Diary, one man mopo. That was how they made me say, go and I was like, Baba Akintoye that came to Maiyegun's diary Politico. And we said, Baba, how can we help you? Do you have a central account that we can all tell everybody to go to? Now, so they go back, they go front, they go side, they go left, like like Baba Chia. They have no direction for over 7 months until we said we want to do something because we have the capacity to, don't we? And so then drag me or can't drag Baba. Like say I actually needed anybody's blessing, anybody's approval. I don't. That's what I'm saying. It's not pride. Wherever you see on Maiyegun's diary Politico, I actually hand it. It's not a fluke. Do you understand? But if I talk to you, honestly speaking, consider it an honor. And if you don't feel enough that you are in the presence of Maiyegun, you can go to hell. You can tell me to go to hell too. Now, so these people, everybody just came from everywhere. Maiyegun, Baba. And then they are like, Baba didn't mean that. He didn't mean to deny that he didn't know you. He didn't know about. It's because you didn't. Nobody told us. You guys are overrating yourselves. Honestly speaking, you are. Our intention, I said, if your intention is to help the Yoruba people, I want to see you do that. I don't care. I will raise money and you will get it. Just do something. You know? But in the spirit of, they have released Oloye Sunday Igboho. They have released Oloye Sunday Igboho. In that spirit, I just danced along with everybody. Stylishly. These people started believing that I actually have to talk to them. I actually have to, you know what I mean? Like, you know, yeah. That's why I said, Baba Akintoye de to be lowo wa gan ni o. Shemo. Baba Akintoye to be lowo wa gan o. Ṣùgbọ́n nígbà míì wà tó jẹ́ wípé it is so bad. Tí a bá rate àwọn èèyàn ju bó ṣe tó lọ. Èmi ti rí àwọn oríṣiríṣi àwọn èèyàn táwa ti demystify lórí Maiyegun's diary Politico. These are people that many of you grew up and you were seeing them as but when we started knowing the truth, what happened? There is somebody also, I think they call his name Maxwell. Maxwell. I think it's the guy with their media and the rest of that. So they started pushing different moves. How can they get access to that money? How this or that? In that spirit, they've released Oloye Sunday Igboho. Let's take care of them. Let's do this, let's do that. We reached out to them. And before you know what happened, different of these people, they started dragging those Baba. They started pulling them here and there. They will pull them here. Go and ask Maiyegun for this. They will put those Baba. Those Babas will come to me. They will be talking about things. I'll be like, Baba Kile and so ye. I mean, but look coming. I will just be like, the Baba will be asking money. They will be asking for money for faceless people, for faceless all of that. They did well. At least they collected almost 5 million naira from us. They succeeded. But the plan was that shebi Igboho lo raise owó fún why to ṣe kó yẹn fún Igboho ẹ wá gbà Igboho mo raise owó fún ẹ wá gbà lọ́wọ́ ẹ wá kó àwọn olè oníjẹkújẹ àwọn elébi. They started using different tricks around this Baba. They put them in the middle. Small time. Maiyegun, we want to tell you something. What is that? I think it's something important. Those Baba will be asking me for money for these faceless people, all of them. And I'll tell those Baba, sure Rafa when you Baba, how many they are not same people pariwo Yoruba nation. Lóṣù lọ́dún kan sẹ́yìn ọdún méjì sẹ́yìn. Are these not the same people who are dear and dear? Baba, ṣọ́ra fún wọn o. Look at me, Baba, because I know that Baba Akintoye is probably watching. Ó di yín bàbá, èmi àti yín à ní nǹkan tá fẹ́ sọ papọ̀ mọ́ o. Ẹ ti gbọ́ báyìí bàbá. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run pé a ṣe ìta lè ṣe pẹ̀lú yín. Bọ̀ fún àǹfààní gbogbo àwọn tó ń wò mí báyìí àti àwọn èèyàn tó tẹ̀lé Maiyegun. Bàbá Akintoye, k'Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kẹ́ gùn lẹ́mìí. Ṣẹ̀rá àwọn tẹ́ kó tira yẹn àti gbogbo àwọn olè tẹ́ kó tira yẹn àwọn olè oníjìbìtì tó ń fi Yorùbá nation jẹun yẹn. Wọn ò ní jẹ́ kémi àti yín ṣe nǹkan kan papọ̀ mọ́ o. Tẹ́ bá pè mí mi ò ní gbé. Mi náà dẹ̀ ní pè yín sódà kẹ́kàn lè mọ̀ sá. Normally ó yẹ kí n pè yín kí n sọ léyìí fún yín ni, but alẹ́ yìí ni mo fẹ́ sọ sódà mo fẹ́ kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ jẹ́ ọmọ ìlànà àbí nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Bẹ́ ṣe drag mi wọ bẹ̀ yẹn nìyẹn o. Bẹ́ ṣe bóyá dàbí pé mi àti yín ń sọ̀rọ̀ nìyẹn o. Ẹ ti mix ẹ papọ̀, èmi àti yín ò ní nǹkan kan ṣe papọ̀ with what I know. Ẹ má mix ẹ pọ̀ o. Ọmọ Yorùbá ni mí. Mo ní capacity láti mobilize Yorùbá with little resources. We can impact on so many things. Ẹ má overrate ara yín. You are doing something tó dàbí ìgbà tó jẹ́ pé you don't even know. So what happened? I said, Baba, you have to be careful of all these people. All these people are going to push you to the point that I will not take your cause again. And I'm not going to feel good about that. Because if you are an elderly person and we have taken care of your affair, your welfare, we have done that consistently. People did that. You need to respect us. You need to show some respect. I mean, we are not just some faceless, unseen people. Don't talk to us like as if to say we are one of those people who are trying to gain your attention for, don't make it so hard on yourselves. I said, Baba, sure, I found when you'll be careful of these people. So by this stage, I won't pick your calls again. But those Baba didn't listen. Now then they started the move. They want to, they want to, what do you call it? They want to set up a fund. So all of you, if you are Yoruba, if you are living abroad, you need to go and sign up there. Just because Maiyegun said we could do this, that if you are honor Baba, just to honor them, the people who are dragging me into everything, you don't say I talk to a lot of people. I talk to a lot of people, yeah. Not a lot of people, but I talk to some people a lot. And in that regard, yeah, they manage to help us do what we did. And I have no regret to, except for the money that I wanted to give to Igboho 12. Igboho 12, I wanted to give them that money so that we can say, take this, take care of yourselves, okay? And leave us alone. Let us go and fight your legal case. Let's fight those people. Let's get lawyers. We'll pay them, okay? That's the intention. The intention is not to put money together and start giving money to people like that. But since they have released the Igboho, why not? Let's take care of people who took care of Igboho. Now, the reason why I can't give them money, they open shop on me. They open shop on all of us. So it took them 2-3 weeks. They took 4.8 million from us. 4.8 million naira. They shared the money plus the lawyer. I know about that. All right. They shared the money among themselves. Baba Akintoye, Baba Adeniran, they don't know anything. Once they pull them, those Baba will start making calls. God knows how many people they have used their names, and those Baba, they have used them to push, to go and beg money from different. Many people were calling me later. Maiyegun, I was so surprised that you are dealing with these people. Do you really know them? Do you really know their past? Do you actually, did you do your homework with them? I know, I understand Baba Akintoye, Baba Adeniran, this Baba, most of this, they have no idea. But you see all these boys around them, since they can drag them here, drag them there, drag them, Igboho, drag Igboho into it, drag all of. I actually told Igboho, I said, Oloye, we raised money on Maiyegun's diary Politico. Oloye, even if it's just 5 minutes, come and say thank you to the donors. Come and say thank you to them. Even if you have to call, if I have to call you in to say thank you, they make sure that Igboho will never come onto Maiyegun's diary Politico. I talk to him all the time, but I'm not somebody who push and push and push. I call it intervention. Maiyegun, Ema Binu, Maiyegun, Mokon, I will come. Now these people, because according to them, they believe that I actually need Igboho to do whatever I want to do. I need Baba Akintoye, or we need them. We don't need them the way they are looking at it. We don't. We don't, seriously, we don't. Now regard, respect, we are giving them. And we hope they will just, I don't know, doesn't matter. So they started dragging Igboho. Before I know it, me that have released over, I've released over 8 million naira to lawyer himself, to everybody, to lawyer, to buy, to all of them. I can't watch Igboho on this our people's platform. They said Igboho is here. I was like, you see, they don't rate us. Now we did ourselves. You don't know that? Now we reduce ourselves. Maiyegun, Maiyegun general. I'm not going to wait for 1 month before I tell you what I'm going to do. Okay? I'm not saying I'm going to do it right away. All right? But I'm not going to wait for 1 month before I tell you what I'm going to do. Okay? We reduce ourselves. I was just there. I was like, you know? So I don't really, you see, when I give regard to people, they call it Sabbath de Sabbath, you know. Sabbath de Sabbath. What Sabbath meaning? Muheni. Kò yẹ èmi ò ń ṣe èèyàn tó máa sọ pé mi ìfẹ́ máa gbéraga ni o. Kí ló ń jẹ́ mi ò fẹ́ máa gbéraga? Muheni. Èmi ni Maiyegun general tó ti mọ̀ tipẹ́tipẹ́ yẹn Muheni. Kó wèrè dànù sọ́hùn tí bá gbéraga ń pa ẹ̀ mo lè gbéraga ń pa ẹ̀ ni. Oh my why? That Maiyegun tó ń wò yẹn gan sìn, it's not even just Maiyegun mọ́. Tí bá wẹ̀yìn mi báyìí sìn, yóò mọ èèyàn tó wà lẹ́yìn Maiyegun. Tí bá regard yẹ, ó máa respect mi ni. But wọ́n respect mi. But I said it's just going to be intervention. Then those people now went to those Baba. Well, after those Baba came here, no be joke, then put those Babas' ass, then put their asses on fire. Hey, my Baba, how could you do that? How could you go and say Maiyegun should be the one to control this and that? Baba, that's a terrible mistake. It's going to destroy this movement. That's what they told those Baba. The recorded voice, I get I'm here. But I don't need all of that. But I just told her, I said, now us get money, now me hold money, now me money day, now my hand money day. I can choose, if you no regard me, I can discard you. Do you understand that? If you disrespect me, I will remind you. And if you now look at that and say, why are you bragging? I'll be wearing any. I mean braggy. Timba fi owo so yaba yi enron ni mo nfowo so. Mo sise debe ni o. Kò ń ṣe miracle. Kò ń ṣe favor. Kò ń ṣe wo nǹkan ohun tó lè máa go on in your head. Just go out there. And then you will see that mo ṣe iṣẹ́ debe ni. Mi ò need anybody láti attach mọ́ra mi. Attach it ani. They need us. We don't need a goddamn thing about them. We don't need them. Tabari gbogbo ẹ̀yin tó jẹ́ pé lẹ́nu pé ẹ gbọ́ pé wọ́n ń raise owó fún Igboho lẹ ṣe darapọ̀ mọ́ Maiyegun's diary Politico. Ẹ wá kó wèrè orí burúkú yín wá síbí. Ẹ wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní wò wípé bóyá Maiyegun pẹ̀lú kanú ẹ̀yin wèrè tẹ́ wà ń bẹ̀ yẹn tẹ́ ń ṣorí burúkú yín kiri yẹn. Tẹ́ ń pariwo ń bí pariwo lọ́n tẹ́ ń worship ara yín bí Ọlọ́run yẹn. Maiyegun ò pẹ̀lú o. Ẹ wò mí dáadáa. Kò sẹ́ni tí mi ò lè wojú ẹ̀. But kí ó tó di pé mo wojú ẹ̀ mo empty ẹ̀ finally. Màá kọ́kọ́ wọ̀n ní ahead. Ìyẹn ni mo ń ṣe yo, that's what I'm doing. Mo kàn fún yín ní taste. Ọmọ kan tó ń pè ní intro. That's what I'm giving you now. I feel insulted. I feel so insulted. You know why? I got a mandate and I know the kind of people I have. I know the real people who are not commenting right now, but they are watching. I know the people I represent. Then some ragtag opportunists who are brandishing name of Yoruba Nation. What do you call it? Baba Akintoye, Professor Akin, Abeya Wereni. I'm not one of those who actually waited for Baba Akintoye, Abi Sunday Igboho to make to get to where I am. So I felt so insulted. But I maintained my countenance, you know. Even yesterday when I was talking to you, some of you were so happy. Maiyegun, I like the way you presented it. I wanted to present that way to let you see the picture very well. And then I will wait for your feedback. I have gotten the feedback. Talomba yin se Yoruba nation elebi. Alapapin. Talo keromero. Maiyegun, I want you to stop what you are doing. We are doing another thing. It's similar to what you are doing. It's going to cover Yoruba word. Baba. Or more. But as I just listened. So that's how I felt. And it was so insulting, like, because I knew it wasn't those Baba. It was all these faceless rogues, criminals. They are watching me right now. So now somebody will now go and write something and say, Maiyegun and Yoruba. Do you not see that insult? Somebody will go out there and write something and say, Maiyegun and Yoruba this, Yoruba Rescue Fund, Yoruba this and that, and they will be putting my name in there. They are fighting over which fund for Yoruba Nation. Can you imagine that? So you now see my names there. They will now say Maiyegun. Maiyegun is Abieri Nkoni. And those Agbalagba. Ema pe mi mo. Keni kokonu mi ma ever. Ema try ema pe number mi mo láyé láyé yín o. At Akintoye, at Adeniran, at anybody to sumo bubu nkan ten se, distance me from it. Oh, are so important. And we are going to go ahead with that Yoruba Rescue Fund. Ni change oruko e. The name will not be changed. In fact, it will now be expanded beyond what I planned it to be before. It's going to go ahead. But it's not going to go ahead there tomorrow. Do you understand that now? It's not going to go ahead tomorrow. I said something to some people. I said that the reason why I don't take people's calls when they say, call me, Maiyegun, you need to call me. It's very important. I feel bad because there are some good people who actually have something they want to discuss with me, who genuinely deserve to be called back. And I feel bad that because of so many other useless people who take advantage of Maiyegun, I'm your fan. Maiyegun, I'm your fan. Maiyegun, I've been watching you and all those kind of things. And they take a piece. That's what people do. They take peace. You know what I mean? That's why I stopped taking calls. I stopped calling people. If you have anything to say to me, call onto my programs. If you disagree with me and you want to say whatever I say, you want to say it back to me, just call into my program and say it. Let everybody hear you, and I can give you your answer right here, right now. So there's no time I take people's calls or talk to people outside here that I don't regret it. One of my regrets is talking to Ilana Yoruba, talking to Baba Akintoye, talking to all these guys. It is one of my regrets. And I'm glad that it didn't take me long to realize that. Do you understand that now? So yeah, we are going to finalize what we are doing. And we are cutting all ties with them. See, now me, do you understand? This platform will have nothing to do with them anymore. Okay? And over time, yeah, we are going to completely remove everything that we have to do with them. Any association that we have to do with them, we're going to completely cut that off. All right? So that there will never be any kind of a clash of interest or what have you. Are you with me? I have seen this before. And I'm never going to be like that with these guys. I will never be like that. Do you understand that now? We wanted to help. And we actually helped them. You know that? Through us. We were able to what? To pump in over 10 million naira. 10 million naira in 2 months on this platform. That's how much we were able to pump into them. And when you talk about what we pumped into promotion of Yoruba advocacy, the what have you, we have also been able to pump over 6 million into that just in 2 months. So just think about what we can do. So then somebody will now call somewhere and say, I want to talk to Maiyegun. Maiyegun, what you are doing, you need to stop it. Tani. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I want to let out what I felt, and I've done just that now. Make I go make tea. When I get back, you can also react. Call in. I'll take your calls. And if you are one of them who feels like, Maiyegun, you cannot be talking to Agbalagba like that. To ba let me, to ba la yai. Or you pick up that phone and call me. Checking money to work with you. I mean, what is often you I want to Maiyegun da. In fact, what people actually love Maiyegun for is the fact that I can call out your bullshit, and if you can call out mine, just pick up that phone. It's a WhatsApp call. When I get back here, we will continue. So, awalari rawafi, that's not shallow. Awalari arawafi, tagbi arawas lobawon, to what di kotia won, jaku jati, faceless people kan. Ton wa pa won le joko sibi kan. E lo pe ke sọ fún. Ni kure, leyo kọ̀ọ̀kan. Ẹ jẹ́ n lọ po tea mi jàre, mo ń bọ̀, ẹ jẹ́ n po tea yìí. I think I have a caller, and let me see if that's still connected. Okay, it is. Hello, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening,
Welcome.
sir. How are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm very well. How are you, sir?
Well, I feel good. You know, when I let my heart out like that, yeah, I feel good. Then I've listened to everybody else and say, well, Maiyegun, you should calm down next time. And I'll say, thank you, I will. At least I've spoken my mind, and I have nothing to take back. Please.
Yeah, absolutely. That's right. That's good. And I would like to also add to that, and also like maybe ask you some question about it. I mean, probably about the issue about Professor Akintoye and the other guys. Yeah. And Maiyegun, I think if I could ask just to start, because the way you are trying to talk about Professor Akintoye, I think you are trying to, like, in a way, tell us that the Babas are not in the middle of all these
no, they allowed themselves. No, they allowed themselves to finally be captured in a way to dance to the tune of guys who have done everything in the last 3 months to use them to get money from me. I have fact of that anyway. They have done so much. And I continue to tell them, Baba, Emma, please, don't play to their hand. They are going to, if you get to a point, I'm going to stop talking to you until they now feel like, you know what, Maiyegun, don't even do what you want to do again. We have found people. No problem. I don't have any issue with that, but I feel so insulted that they feel like they have that kind of power. They have that kind of influence on me to tell me what to do. So I feel so insulted.
Okay, Maiyegun,
go on.
Okay, you try to tell Baba, you try like just in a polite way to let them know that, hey, Baba, the way you're trying to bring this on me, these guys are pushing you. Please listen to me. Listen to me, and we can just try to sort all this out in a well-mannered way.
You want me to quickly add something, Every now and then that I said that, you know what Baba will say? Ushio mommy.
Okay.
I understand it better now. In fact, to the point that if he's listening, to the point that I told him, I said, Baba, when these people ask you for money, they know you are not working. When they push you for money, just tell them that you will talk to them later. When they call you back later, give the phone to Baba Adeniran. It will be Baba Adeniran that will say, do you guys have other means of raising the money? Because we don't have other means. Say that to them and tell them to wait till we finish what we are doing and we can begin to probe what they want the money for. Then the long run, they are like, no, you know what, Baba, tell the boy, may not do anything like that. We will do it. We have this, and the Baba came to me to say that. And I felt like, no, you belong to them. Just go there.
Oh, okay, I see. I get it.
To do with him anymore, ever. And I'm serious. That's why I'm saying it on here. It's on record.
Yeah, I get it. I think in that part, because I felt somehow disgruntled because, like, just somehow not so good, because when you try to explain the thing about him, you trying to backlash him about everything that happened, you understand that thing about the Yoruba, that we see Baba Kitoye in this aspect, as a well-respected man, and his personality, things like this. Yeah. So when I was listening to you, then you're like trying to expatiate all those things that happened in between. I was like, I don't want to hear this, I don't want to hear that, things like that. But okay, Mike, you know what I would just say is that there's probability. Yeah. Things can still work out with you and Baba.
No, it will never work out.
I don't know.
No.
Please, what I'm trying to say is that things happen.
No. Okay? I don't want to sound becoming like what is it now, Maiyegun? We want you to.
Maybe you never know. You never know. Maybe Baba could realize his mistake also.
No. Quickly, make us say this before you say what you want to say, okay? Because I can imagine what people will say. Please, whoever want to say something about this issue, we can take a horse by force to the street. Okay. You can't force a horse. Okay. I can take all things. Absolutely. When I say no to something, and I say it and I mean it, I want everybody to respect that, please. I will never have anything to do with them anymore, ever. And that's it.
Okay.
It doesn't mean that all of you can't, because remember, it's me. The organization we want to work on is Yoruba money, is your money. That's a different thing. Do you understand that now? They can relate. Around that time, they will now have to relate with the organization based on whatever they have to do together. But not Maiyegun anymore. Okay. I will never talk to him on the phone again, ever. Go on.
Okay. Let me add one last thing, and I'll try to bring this. Let me just try to say it in Yoruba. I would like to talk to the people on the comment section, things like that.
Okay. Please.
I don't know if that is possible.
Of course,
I would like to just
okay. Go on, please.
Okay. To the Yoruba, we try to talking from Yoruba. Because I am possible going back to comment section and saying, Yoruba, the same Yoruba people. I saw my comments, they are betrayers. I said this. Stop all this.
You know what?
Stop all this.
Don't worry yourself, right? There are some of them who joined us. Listen. Yeah, one wa join anyone. I want to join anyone. Shengbo. Nítorí pé láàrin bí 3 months, 4 months ago. Nítorí pé wọ́n wo fídíò wa pé èèyàn kan àwọn kan raise owó fún Ìgbòho, and in fact wọ́n ti fẹ́ gba lawyer fún Ìgbòho ní major làwọn kan wà tó fi join ni wa yìí o. Do you understand that now? And nígbà tó wá dé state àwọn tó dẹ̀ wá join wa wọ́n wá join wa láti ara àwọn tó ti ń ṣe Yorùbá nation here and there, and you know that on Maiyegun's diary Politico I talk about everything, including Yoruba issue, so àwọn ẹni yìí somehow wọ́n believe wípé Maiyegun kọ́ ó pẹ̀lú kan nínú àwọn tí wọ́n ń ṣe Yorùbá nation lórí kí n tó jẹ́ àwọn tó máa pẹ́ra wọn pé abẹ́ ọmọ ẹ̀yìn bàbá Akíntóyè, ọmọ ẹ̀yìn gbá, ọmọ ẹ̀yìn àwo. Do you understand? So gbogbo messages mi wọ́n expect kó wá máa go into that direction. Àwọn ni mo sọ fún lẹ́ẹ̀kan yẹn pé they can see anything. Sure, you get. They can.
Okay, I get it.
Extradition and all of that. I don't. I mean.
Maiyegun, nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ sọ náà ni, but kò ń ṣe ní nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ sọ náà. Let's try to come in. Let's try to stop me. That is.
Baba, go on, yeah.
Okay, that is not actually what I want to say, because right now I'm even seeing from the comment section, people have started to say things like maybe, Makitoye is a betrayer or something. Any small thing, mama sọ̀rọ̀ sáwọn Yorùbá ń pé Yorùbá àti mọ̀ ọ̀dàlẹ̀ ni wọ́n mọ̀ báwọn ọjà tribe náà ṣe máa ń sọ tó máa ń pè Yorùbá ọ̀dàlẹ̀ tí ọ̀dàlẹ̀ bá wà tẹ́ bá ń sọ ọ̀dàlẹ̀ wà everywhere stop kìíní. And these are the main things.
Àwọn kan tó láti avoid náà lélẹ́yìí. À ń tọ́ láti avoid nǹkan báyìí pé.
Maiyegun ni yes, believe it. He's a Yoruba man, and you people believe in him. Stop all this, because it's so that everywhere no wa. Russia now only invade Ukraine and to make stop it. It will definitely happen. Stop it. I don't like all these things. I am also being paid. You balloon dally around you with anybody in bed. All those things. That's what I want. That's what I want to add. Okay, thank you, let me do what I can.
Thank you very much for adding that too. We have another caller, by the way. Here we go. Hello.
Hi, Mr. Maiyegun General. How are you today?
I'm very well, sir. How are you?
Akinwunmi from Kent, your bobo. It's a long time I've spoken to you.
Thank you from Kent. Glad to have you online with us tonight. You can't come in when the room is so warm, so hot. Maiyegun is angry. Maiyegun is angry. No, I just put up my mind. I like that way.
No, Maiyegun, you are 100% correct. I don't have any problem you pouring out. In fact, the reason why I called you, I've got towel in my hand with water just to mop you down, And I just called to say, ma binu, call me. Yeah, that's also women who normally say, ma binu. Yeah, ma binu. Yeah, calm down, please.
You get that now. But you know to be me, I mean, I just felt like, what were they thinking? They sat somewhere, they're having a chat about me, and they made the Babas to call me. And the Baba called me.
I know.
What were they thinking? Yeah. Then I just, that kind of thing. You just sit down and be like, who do they actually see me for? Do I, you know what I mean? But I've let it out, and I'm actually going to move on from there.
Okay.
Go on.
You know what, Mr. Maiyegun? You see, we people living in UK, we are peculiar people, and the rest of the world will never understand that. So you understand? You see, it's not that we don't have respect for people, but we have ways of doing things. You see, people who live in the British domain, when they go to the British institution, their way of life is different. So the problem we have in Nigeria has always been accountability. And you know, the people that live in Nigeria, the system is eating so much deep. I shouldn't generalize it, but I'm talking about, majority of people, they don't understand about accountability. And our way of life in the UK is so different. You account for every penny, and they're not used to that.
You have to.
Exactly. So you're going to have conflict. Look, you collected money on the basis of where people trusted you and your past platform, your reputation. And you got that reputation to be protected.
Yes.
You understand? So people are going to use Baba. I respect Baba. And of course, I will still follow him. You understand? And you're my man. I still follow you. And that's what makes you, who we are.
Whatever we can do for people, I mean, it's not about individuals, of course.
Absolutely. It's for a nation. You see, and we love you. We love you. That's the gist, regardless. Regardless. So you said the most important thing. But look, Baba should be careful. You said it all.
Don't worry.
We do it. We could have said the same thing to him. We could have keep telling him that he needs to be careful. Baba is old, so please find a place in your heart to forgive Baba. He's doing his best. Understand? He's doing his best. I respect him a lot.
Okay.
He can't do much.
I still respect him a lot, and it's just to maintain that respect that I don't want to have anything to do with him. You know what I mean? Like when somebody cannot, I said this like about 4 occasions. I even told them how to handle it. But when they come back to me and said, you know what? Don't worry, don't even worry. I'm like, hey, Baba, no control over me. You have not tiny one. Nobody has. Okay? And whenever people begin to show me like, hey, stay there. Hey, sit down. You are actually going to get me angry. I don't care how the language you use. I don't care if you even say so nicely, not angrily, right? The moment I click, you probably won't like me anymore. And that's exactly what they did with me.
I understand that.
And I will never let it happen again, ever.
No, I understand. I can understand. So anyway, that's why I called just to say, well, look, Mabino Babami, yeah, Mabino brother me, Mabino my paddy, yeah, do what you're doing, yeah, you're through your strength, yeah. But we will get there. Whether you see, and if you remember when I was telling you the other time when you were talking about raising money or no raising money, I told you that look, Maiyegun, maintain your beat. If you go back to your program and see, you know, I said that to you. I said, look, just do your own business separate. Don't mix yourself with anybody.
I mean, I don't want to stress myself too much. I don't want to be talking. And you know, come on, man. It's a stress on its own. But when some people don't appreciate it and they take it for granted, then they sort of now undermine you. Come on, there's enough of what you can take, Baba. You know that?
I know.
Sometimes if they don't know they are doing it, they will probably never see it wrong. Maybe they didn't even see it as wrong. But when they see me today, they will realize that don't try that nonsense with me. Oh, if I respect you,
no, don't worry, man.
I'm just doing it because I want to be a nice man, gentleman.
Baba come because you said the whole thing. People should not use Baba, and that's what they need to understand. And Baba will not be used. You know what? Your own project that you have, just bring it on board. We'll be part of it. That's what's most important.
No,
for Yoruba people.
You know, this time around, Baba, this time around, we are shelving it. I didn't say I'm going to release it tomorrow. I didn't say I'm going to release next week, right? When people want it. For now, I will rest it. If we now want and I say people have already told, people want me to launch it tomorrow. But oh, come on, we'll wait it out. I will have my way around it.
We support you.
Want it, we support
release it. We support you. Any program you bring on, in the interest of our people and the people here on the ground there back home, we support you. You know, there's a saying in Yoruba, it's only for the purpose of Yoruba nation. So however you get there, Maiyegun, through Maiyegun route is just as good. Through Ilano is just as good. Yeah. But anybody undermining the struggle, we can never forgive them. End of story.
Thank you.
Yes. Don't let me take the time for the rest of the people. I do appreciate you. Stay blessed.
I'm just, thank you very much. I appreciate that. That's AK from Kent. I have another person on the line, tonight. So let's see if I have disconnected. Anyway, I don't know. Probably is sort of hanging up, as I can say. Okay, I think it's connected. Hello. Hello.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Oh, hello, sir.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me? Because I can hear you, but you are like, I don't know. You need to listen to the phone, sir, not the broad. Oh no, I think I've lost the call. I know so many of you will be calling. I know so many of you that will be sending voice notes. I know so many of you that will be sending messages when you don't get through. I want to plead with you. I am not angry, okay? It's just that I don't take that BS. And I don't, it doesn't matter who is trying to give that to me. It doesn't matter if they actually thought it through, okay? But when I feel like I have given myself up for something for so much, and then somebody feels like, come on, who are you? And all of that, and all that stuff, then probably let you know who I am, okay? So I am not angry like that. I am not. I just want to clear that part and then make it clear that they had their chance, and we thought we wanted to be of help, but they didn't see us as helper or partners, despite all we did. Yeah, that's all we did for them. Despite all we did, they never really rate us. You know what they call? They don't rate us, so they don't rate us. So if people don't rate you, you will tell them what? To go to hell. And you smile like that. You can go to hell and you smile. And you should mean it when you say that. And that's exactly what we've got. So please, I'm not angry. Don't see it as, oh, Maiyegun is this or no. Maiyegun's very political. With all we have at hand to share, to discuss, of course, we'll be fine. forget about that in 2 days, and we'll move on and get whatever we want to do. We'll get that done. Somehow, I don't know. People's network is sort of terrible. Or is it mine?
No, I don't know.
Hello. Yeah.
Hello, my brother. Good evening.
Hello, ma. How are you?
What a program. To start with,
yes, ma.
It was like a flash. Somebody just called me. Are you watching Maiyegun? Mo de wa nu meeting. Mo láti jáde nínú meeting ẹni pé mo lọ gbọ́ program mi.
Wọ́n ní Maiyegun ti ń bínú lọ́wọ́ kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀.
Firstly, Maiyegun máa bá ṣe lọ.
Absolutely.
Just continue what you are doing. Ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation. Bàbá Akíntóyè gangan ti sọ. Ọ̀nà kan ò wọjà. And who knows bá ṣe máa débẹ̀. And ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation yìí, àwa kan là ń jà fún. Àwọn kan wọ́n ń jà torí owó tí wọ́n fẹ́ embezzle.
Kò jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ.
This wahala you are Togbede is nothing new. It is your turn. Turn by turn, only. The moment you refuse to give money, it will be your turn. It's turn by turn limited.
Turn by turn Oduduwa limited. Abi Yoruba Nation limited.
Exactly.
People.
Deeply. It's turn by turn. Moment you refuse to give money, moment you refuse to agree to the terms of giving some people money, it will be they will undermine you, they will underrate you, they will try to destroy. They just continue and forge ahead. Because we will get to this promised land.
We will.
I see those idiots like they cannot stop this movement. They are there to embrace.
They don't even have the size to challenge that. They won't try. What fair? What will be well? Oh my gentle respect, Baba Maiyegun. Baba lo sọ fún. Baba pe so. I don't know. Koma kon ring lórí mi ni pé kó tó mú bàbá yẹn gbé phone tó ń pè mí yẹn. Bàbá ya, bàbá tún wá ẹmọ kan. Bàbá wá sọ fún mi pé àwọn ènìyàn gan tiẹ̀ wà níwájú mi báyìí. Okay. Final deal ni àbí. Bàbá kò bá má jẹyìn o. But ó ti jẹyìn náà anyway. Well, àwọn ni wo ló ń gigi ní gbúnbẹ̀ wọ́n ní wọn àgémọ́ ni àgémọ́ lélẹ́yìí o àwa la gbéra wa wá bá yín o okay ní ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́ o kò tó fà nìyẹn máa o very insulting.
You see Yoruba Rescue Fund gbogbo wa la wà behind you, everybody is behind you, is going to be successful.
Absolutely.
Every plan táwọn èèyàn fẹ́ gbà tá máa fi débẹ̀ Ọlọ́run á mú wa débẹ̀. Gbogbo àwa tá ń jàjà yìí pẹ̀lú ọkàn kan inú kan Ọlọ́run á gbà fún wa. Ṣùgbọ́n àwọn tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ tán sọ pé àfi káwọn máa embezzle. The funniest thing ni pé this embezzlement ó wà targeted at the diaspora.
Àwa ló ń target woman. Wọ́n máa gbọ́ mà wọ́n náà ṣí nǹkan kan, right? Èèyàn kan ló ń sọ fún mi létí mi ò tiẹ̀ mọ̀. Wọ́n náà ṣí nǹkan kan. Wọ́n náà ní pé kí gbogbo àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ní diaspora àti gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá kọ́ṣà rẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n ìtẹ́ bá wà ní diaspora ẹ̀yin máa san $100 lóṣù. Àwọn tó wà Nàìjíríà àwọn èèyàn máa san 1,000 naira but membership fee ni wọ́n pè. Báwo lè ṣe máa perú yẹn ní membership fee nígbà tí ò equal? That's pé ẹ̀yin tí àwa táwa ní diaspora ni wọ́n ń target. Ẹ bá wa dá owó sí kíní yẹn jọ ẹ bá wa dá owó sí ẹ dá dọ́là yín ẹ dá pound sterling yín wọ́n á gbà tán they laugh at you they do. It's a shame o tí bá ní kí n máa sọ because mo wish pé ó máa dé because tí máa dárúkọ àwọn kọ̀ọ̀kan o ṣẹ̀kẹ́tì ń sìn because mo lórúkọ wọn lọ́wọ́ mo ní gbogbo everything tí mo ní lọ́wọ́ tí mi ò mọ̀ wọ́n face to face o but bá bẹ̀ sí ní dárúkọ wọn majority ilẹ̀ mọ̀ wọ́n rí àwọn olè oníjẹkújẹ so àwọn lọ́ṣà ló ń pressure bàbá yẹn so èmi ò dẹ̀ fẹ́ ní kọ̀ọ̀kan ṣe pẹ̀lú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ṣẹ̀kẹ́tì I don't want to get involved in all of that kan lọ máa ó ti yẹ yín sìn ká má pàdé mọ́.
Just continue your job, continue your good job. The Lord is your strength. The Lord will continue to.
Amen. Thank you.
Adébẹ̀. Ilẹ̀ Yorùbá yẹn a máa débẹ̀ dandan nítorí dandan ní tàìjọ a máa débẹ̀. The Lord is our strength. Ó dàárọ̀.
Thank you, ma. Ó dàárọ̀, ma. So I have another caller by the way, and we are coming to that space of rounding it up. Okay, so I don't know why what do you call it? The connection is actually acting up. I don't know. I think that's me. Anyway, I would wait for So if you are just joining up, okay. I've got a caller.
Hey, Maiyegun.
Hi. Ma? She's a bit Jumoke, ma. Okay. I think there is an issue with the connection and all of that. Something. I think he's so busy that even those who manage to get connected are finding it difficult to stay connected. That's sad. But why is that? Anyway, I really do hope. So if you are, if you have been with me for all this night and hang on. Maybe I get that this time. Well, if you have been with me all night and you haven't really stopped by to actually like the video, you should, because doing so means that you know what I mean now. So you can check, like the video before you go. Share it if you haven't. Subscribe on Maiyegun Politico if you have. Hello there.
Hello. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
For the first time,
Yeah.
I've been watching your program since I think it's almost a year. I try to connect. No. But tonight I'm just too happy. Praise God.
It's fire for fire right now as I'm talking to you.
Yeah, I know.
It's fire for fire on the line.
I know.
I'm even finding it difficult to connect people.
That is life.
But please, who am I speaking to, by the way?
That is life. Don't mind them, please. Just do your work.
I will.
Face what you are doing.
I will.
God is with you.
Thanks, man.
You can't do anything. That is. It's all over. Not only Yoruba. So in both today, they are doing like that. So I'm talking from Belgium. Sorry.
Class. Thank you so much. I like that. Go on.
So don't worry. Just Baba is old. This Baba, I did their pressure Baba. Use Baba alone. Just let put Baba as equal Agbalag. Let put Baba there. Let Baba one equal Agbalag. Come and see Baba. Baba see Baba see Baba.
I know. When he was talking to me the last time, I want to assure everybody to and Baba Fran only ever suck with my roots.
Yes, I know.
You get that now. So when he was talking to me, I was even telling him that, oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great idea. Oh, that's solid. And he was kind of happy. Probably he felt like there was no resistance from me. I watched it. I'm even talking like when I spoke to him on the phone about this, when he was talking to me about it, I told him, and he was like, God bless you, mommy. God bless you. And it's their thing. I can't stop it. I just have to support it. But it was later I felt like I'm more, do you understand?
Don't mind.
Yeah,
I know.
Àwọn bàbá yẹn dé allow kò happen. Yẹn mo sọ pé nígbà tí mi bàbá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́, àrífín ò ní wá láti bẹ̀yẹ̀ wọn láyé. See finish náà máa ń pè mà. See finish.
Bàbá ò fẹ́ ṣe yín kankan ni, but bàbá is our bàbá.
I know. Thank you anyway. Thank you so much. Let me take one more.
I'm so happy tonight.
Thanks so much. I'm happy to have you on as well. However, I am having a serious struggle connecting all of you who are calling in. Okay, I think I've connected someone. Hello.
Hello, Maiyegun. Yes, you connected me. You connected me and it got cut off. I'm glad I'm back.
I'm glad you are back. I'm so much. I felt bad. Ma, go on, ma. Did you say Jumoke earlier?
It's okay. No matter.
my brother. Thank you so much.
Fantastic. So please go.
Lálẹ́ mo determine that the wọlé ni mo drive mo park sílé Èkó l'Amẹ́ríkà. Mo determine mo ti pè over 100 times. But mo determine that the wọlé lálẹ́. This is not the night. Yeah, this is not the night to give up. My brother, you remember the first. I know you have too much to remember, so I'm just going to
remind me. I will remember.
When you started raising this fund, you remember when I called in Jumoke and I called and I told you, I said, be yourself. Don't let anybody control you.
I think I remember.
Concerning this issue of money, and you told me, said, Jumoke, don't worry.
Yes.
You said nobody controls you, that you are in complete control of everything, and I was happy.
Yes.
Because I knew it. But the moment someone was to work, I wanted to go to Zera. I want to be Yoruba. They will want to put here so that yes, they want to use you. They're like voters. My brother, just like you said, you have rightly said it. He's not Babajide Sanwo-Olu. They have been Baba Teargas. It's not him. What on dowry Baba? You three quarters. What on dowry Baba? Any Baba professor. What on dowry one here and there? Even at your lawyer Sunday go because Sunday lawyer go naturally has soft mind. One mind is so soft. So the Kaluku can dowry one by what come for one to be.
And it's about Niki Besnitianubo, Lady Jumi, Tibaniki Besnitianubo. Nǹkan tí wọ́n gbọ́n dànù lára Ìgbòho ní ibi tí wọ́n ti mọ́ ní Benin Republic. I'm talking about kò ń ṣọ̀rọ̀ 50 million, kò ń ṣọ̀rọ̀ 60 million naira. Àwọn tó orchestrate yẹ. Tí bá ní kí n tẹnu bọ̀ yẹn, àní kúrò níbí lálẹ́ yìí. And wọ́n sọ di jẹun débi pé tí bá ní kí n sọ nǹkan tí mo mọ̀ tí mo gbọ́ lóṣù mẹ́ta tí mo fi bá wọn ṣe yìí. Ṣé pé mi mo kówó dání? Oríṣiríṣi ló ń sọ fún mi. These are facts. Tí mo ń evidence yẹ. Ẹ ti understand sí? So, of course, mo ń bọ̀ yín náà ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ yín lọ. Here is another one, right? So to make nǹkan tí èèyàn gbọ́ ni kéèyàn fi sọ̀rọ̀. Ilé akúnlẹ̀ aya ẹ̀yin go ní kúrò níbí lálẹ́ yìí. But intention mi kọ́ nìyẹn. Intention mi lálẹ́ yìí láti kó jẹ́ kó yé wọn wípé nǹkan tẹ́ fi lọ̀ mí yẹn o. Ẹ ní rí mi mọ́. Ẹ ní rírú ẹ̀ fi lọ̀ mí mọ́ láyéláyé. Èmi go ní gbà á. Débi pé ẹ máa gbérú ẹ̀ súnmọ́ mi mọ́. Ìyẹn ni èyí tí mo ṣe lálẹ́ yìí. Láyé eléyìí, ẹ mọ̀ Maiyegun náà. I'm a chat, course. We move on, we'll prove it, we'll do things, we'll prove it, you see it, you touch them. And if you are convinced enough, you will make it work. That's how we work. We are not working for anybody, we are not under anybody's control, we are not under anybody's influence. Privilege in you, ma misuse there. Ma misuse there. And that's the point. Hello.
Hello, good evening, Maiyegun.
Oh, I'm so lucky I've got ladies in the house tonight, and good evening, ma. Bawoni.
I've called so many times. Thank God I'm able to get through. I'm calling you from Canada.
Thank you, ma.
See, Maiyegun, you've done so wonderfully well. You see, all this side talk, I see them as side attraction. Please ignore them. Just let them be. Like you will say, like I want LAB ni won. So please don't be hungry. Me, I'm just so I'm like Mudupe Folon that I came across your platform like about over a year ago now. And I've learned so much from your program. Like I'm so addictive to you. So please, just ignore them. Let's go ahead with the
we are going on with our own thing, of course. There's no going back on that.
Exactly on Let them do their own. Let us do our own. We are 100% behind you.
I know.
Tell them don't worry, ignore them. Ignore them. You will succeed. Ignore them, please. Just let's carry on. God is with you. Thank you so much.
You stay safe, Nice one. Thank you. I mean, I want you to BOT, and then Kimak Parofonyo, shaking so should I tell you where I got that energy from? All these things I displayed earlier. I'll tell you. Immediately after last night's program, many people were angry. They were angry for the fact that they were expecting us they were expecting me to come and tell you that this is how it's going to be, since I've been updating you about what we were doing and all of that. And then, you know, they were angry that I came on the live program yesterday and I told you that we have to put a hold on it. And when I gave you the reasons, I have voicemails, I have voice messages, voice recordings, I have typed messages, I have a lot of messages that people sent. And most of them were asking, Maiyegun, are we part of any Yoruba nation group? Are we members or branch of anywhere? I said, like, why are we having to take advice, order from anyone, anybody, apart from what we all agreed to on this platform? I'm talking about voice messages that I have to respond. And I was telling all of them that I understand. Just calm down. Let's relax. Until later when I felt like that's true. Why is everybody making it look like, you know what I mean? Making it look like we actually hold anybody outside this platform. We hold them any kind of explanation.
Hello, Maiyegun.
As you join me, listen phone by ma. Ma.
Maiyegun.
Number one, ma, ignore broadcasting. Can listen to phone. Broadcasting was delayed. So me atiyan le ma sọ̀rọ̀ ma.
Okay. Oh, that multi low TV and
low. Sorry, yes, ma.
Okay. So this is okay, shall I me by?
Loud and clear, ma.
Okay. So this is Angelic. I'm actually calling from Arlington, Texas.
Angelic.
Thank God yes. Thank God I got you now. I've been trying for the past how many? Anyway, this is my first time of calling, and
you got to, ma.
I've been with you for when you're under the step. In fact, anytime my mommy comes to America, she's always, as I'm talking to you now, she's just glued to the TV, watching Maiyegun live. And she's always telling my younger ones in Nigeria, hey, Joe, anything that wants to happen, we'll call them. But anyway, not to stress you too much, Maiyegun. You know what? I want to say kudos to everything that you've been doing.
Thank you.
If you remember your song, you know there is a place they said, Godfatherism, Kosiloro Maiyegun.
Maiyegun diary, Naimbi
number one. Number one. That is what I want you to look at. They want to start from there. No Godfatherism in this one. Just like Princess said yesterday, we don't want to go through what we have gone before.
No, we don't.
We that are even in the diaspora, it's by the grace of God, though. It's not as if it's God's grace that, remove us from where we are. And now we are here trying to support our people back home.
Yes.
And we now want to make it good. And some group of people are in one place telling us that Maiyegun, according to the last person that called, is it Lady Jumi? If women are at your back, don't worry, I want Gelly lower lane.
And then Lady Jumi she soroton, and that's a different room. Everybody's feeling different now. So
you see, Angelic also.
For example, I don't think they will ever pay more opportunity in continuing missing. As in,
I know.
I'm a bit of money. Tanya, come on. Come on.
Maiyegun, Madam. We move. Oh, think I stop I mean, I've seen it. I know that on my day stage, some people will bring their warhead. Is a lie. We move. Just like man of all coming, money may go get her. Unkatabati forward si ba yi. O gbọ́dọ̀ yọ sí rere ni. Emi nshama Yorùbá o, Delta ni mi o, ṣùgbọ́n mo fẹ́ Yorùbá o ma be kuta. In fact, ba mi to come gan ba wọlé ni ah.
Oh, do me.
Igba mi ọkọ mi Angel ó sì wà lórí mo ní wo ṣá jọ fi mí lẹ̀. When I finish, I will not be the one giving him the story.
Updates.
But the truth is, I love what you've been doing.
Thank you.
Èmi máa ń like, in fact, láti ìgbà tí mo oṣù ni mo ti ṣe tán. At my university days, when they called me, gbà pé kí n wá ṣe treasurer, secretary, mo ní èmi. Gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ pa máa jókòó lórí table, tá bá sọ̀rọ̀ tẹ̀ ẹ́ wá wọ VC office, ẹ tún lọ gbẹ. Mo ní, no, I'm not for that. So lately, I've ever been a straightforward person. And when I saw you, especially this fund, you always come out to give us, you know, the right figure, telling us how it is. Money, in fact, I'll be paying my homage to this. But all these funds are just side attraction. Don't mind anybody.
And a little delay, then you see, me ní intention. Láti jẹ́ ká launch rescue fund yẹn before the time tó náà fẹ́ ṣe nǹkan tó fẹ́ ṣe yẹn. Ṣé nǹkan tí mo ṣe lálẹ́ yìí? Mo kàn fẹ́ mọ̀ jẹ́ kí ó yí everybody ní wípé ẹ má so mí mọ́ wọn o. Àwa la gbéra wọn lọ́gbà wọn o. A jù bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn lọ. A dẹ̀ mọ́ bá ṣe tó. So tó bá rò pé a pẹ̀lú kan náà àwọn irúwọ́ ògiri wa lórí social media tó ń pariwo tó ń ṣe kíní ni. A jẹ́ pàwọ́ la reduce ara wa nìyẹn. Ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe tìyà clear sí. And she so Emishi respect you all. Launch rescue fund not for now. There's so much that's going to go on. When we are ready, we'll come out with it. I mean, I'm still going to respect that. But after Aleyi, one lighter light over before me, we all she mistake it dialing because me only expect on call before call before me ever.
Maiyegun, I knew if you want gbogbo nǹkan tó ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀, you know that kíní ọmọ kékeré yẹn tó máa jáde tó máa ní ṣó ti yé yín, ó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń yé wa ni, ó ti yé wa dáadáa. Ibi tó ń bọ̀rọ̀ lọ, má dá wọn lóhùn. Just go ahead. We are at your back. We are supporting you. Ọlọ́run náà dẹ̀ wà lẹ́yìn yẹn. Maiyegun, don't worry. You have people of intellect, people of intelligence, people that are straightforward people. You have on this platform, not just common people that will just come and say, "Kill on something." No, you have people of intelligence. We have professors. We have people that are.
I'm not going to sacrifice that for anything like attention elsewhere. Attention. Attention tí mo wá mo rí nbí gbogbo ere àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́. So
no. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni wo mo ṣe ń bẹ sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí Maiyegun mo ní salon kódà gbogbo kiti kan àwọn ará ìlú mi báyìí ká bá ti dúró máa ní pé what is he saying? Màá tún máa ṣàlàyé fún wọn ní gbogbo tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní ìlú wa kọ́ lọ́n ṣàánú wa. Maiyegun, don't mind them, all is well, go ahead, a wà lẹ́yìn ẹ̀ Ọlọ́run náà dẹ̀ tiẹ̀ lẹ́yìn lágbára Ọlọ́run n tá à ń fẹ́ yìí a máa rí. Adema ṣoríire nínú ẹ̀ kò sí ìtinú wa tó máa kú o according to princess ọmọ wa it's their future là ń jà fún Ọlọ́run dẹ̀ máa ṣe wọ́n máa rí àwa náà tá dẹ̀ jẹ́ ìyá wọn náà á máa rí wọ́n gan tó jókòó tó dẹ̀ ń ṣe program náà nǹkan kan ò ní ṣe ẹ́ lágbára Ọlọ́run. Maiyegun, we move. Go ahead, my dear. Take care. Yes, mama. I want to okay. For Maiyegun, taking belly. Mama. Okay, okay, Maiyegun. Yeah, take care.
Thank you. So I want to know. I'll take one more. My time is almost up. Okay, I'll take one more. Okay, there's somebody there already. Hello there.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Yeah, it's Olu from London again.
Olu.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, from London.
Please, go on.
Yeah, this is good feeling. Last night was bad feeling. You know, the was the first one that we did. No, they've been on their project. It's been a wishy-washy thing. They couldn't come up with anything. But when they saw what we did with the Igbo, something that we were contributing to, and they saw the success of that, and the rescue mission mandate that was given to you, made them to go and regroup. And I'm telling you, whenever they launch their thing, I'm not prophesying evil to them, but it's going to be riddled with so much error because they rushed to it. They didn't plan it. It was because of what we were doing that made them to do that. That is their own lot. But I am glad. Do you know a free man is a man who can stand up to offense and point to offense that this you are an offense, and that's what you have done tonight.
Right.
I really am glad at your confidence and at your way and at your stand.
My dominion, they use that word too. Although, Baba, don't use that. I don't know dominion, no, but it's like dominion. Something to say, I like your composure and all of that.
Your God. I love your God. That's so simply put. I love your God.
That one is straightforward.
Yeah. Yeah. That's freedom tonight. And the people follow you on this platform, like that woman said. I know wishy-washy people. It's not a program of Araisa. It's a thing that we follow you. We're following you because of what you have projected, and not only because of your delivery every now and then, but because of what you have told us you stand for and what you have demonstrated, and that's what we believe in.
You. What I have demonstrated, and that's something that is not something that was given to me. I hand it. I hand the people's trust right on this platform. We touched lives I've never met. Absolutely. And I probably would never meet. Yeah, on this platform.
Absolutely, it's a good thing that is happening now. Now, it's a bollock thing that they are doing, trying to. They say that it's free money from here that we've been giving to those people and to Igbo and the rest of it, and they think, okay, they could stick to more. In fact, they are trying to kill your program.
Honestly,
with this program is going to die soon. It's a matter of time, and they are going to take over. No, we are not going to allow that.
No,
we are with you.
You know what we said, Saulu? You know what we said the other day? We said the only thing that will make this rescue fund or anything we do eventually, the only thing that will make it fail is if we don't do it. That's it. Because you know one thing, right? I have told people on this platform, I said, we are even ready to make mistakes so that we can correct our mistakes in the process of growing. We are not perfect.
The rescue mission is not just donate.
It's not just
the laudable objective. How can I'm telling you, they are stealing from this program into whatever thing they think they have. And going forward, when we have strategic discussion, I think maybe we should be coding it, or we should have a forum because they are stealing from us, and this idea is what they are going to be using in their own platform.
It's just going to make it wishy-washy, like you said, and then at the end of the day, boom, isn't it? But we wish them all the best, like you said. Don't project.
We don't want to wish them evil because at the end of the day, like Princess said, but that's what she said yesterday. They, on the outside, I don't think they really mean well because it's about the money. It's about the money.
I said, Yoruba Rescue Fund, that if I had my way, you will not have fund as part of the name because it's bigger than that. It's not about money. The money part of it, we can donate this, we can do. I said, what about the part where people are willing, to volunteer their properties, their land, anything they can volunteer to help push this
with this revelation I share. Now,
that's more than money, isn't it?
Professor, we see Professor Wole Soyinka go to Benin Republic. Why did you think he went there? Because of those billboards. I'm telling you, nobody told me this. He began to see these billboards springing up in Nigeria. I'm not in Nigeria. I'm calling you from London. He began to see these billboards. Some people are still thinking Yoruba nation. Let me go and meet this line of people. They will not tell you this, but I think that I am thinking. It's just my thought. Nobody told me this. It's because of this, and we are sending messages.
What even happened as that? Just because of our listeners, Saulu, we have been told that before our billboard and every other thing, right? That codedly, Professor Wole Soyinka has always been involved in the negotiation, the whole arrangement to get Igbo out. When it came out, even though it's kind of so close to when we started our publicity and as well, it was just bidding his time to go and see him until that time. So I just don't want us to, to be like, you know what I mean? So It's been involved.
It's just for him to just open his wings. Now, after we put it, that's what happened. He might have kind of going there, but that's something he pushed in to close that time. Well, we are not taking glory for that because it's not clear. Anyway, but I tell you, of course. It is part of what is happening. Let people call a spade a spade. Let us, all these people, long before now, they have fought over money. They are killing themselves over money. Money is the issue here, but we are not going that route. Let them go that route. We are going to be part of it if it can be joined by donation or by anything.
Exactly. I mean, Shebi, we said that this our fund is going to be like Odin Bay for them. All of them who have genuine program for Yoruba Nation, they can take from it. It's not even Maiyegun's money and all of that. It's not my money. Or suddenly it's like, or is he going to be the one in control? We still have to call him to get that money. They say, yes, we have to call him. No. Wrong.
The day the Allah mentioned that you could anchor it, that is the day they are fit to sleep again. So sleeping, they have
been burning the asses of those Baba, and I feel sorry for them. But you know why I actually got to the point that I have to make it public is that I told them on 4 occasions. You know, when they come to me like that, I'm like, I will let them talk. They will talk me. They will rap me. They will massage my ego. They will say nice things to me. Then they will now tell me why they are calling me. And I'll be like, Baba, you are letting these people make you do this. Baba, it's all about what they want to collect from you. Do they not know?
I really pity them because so many pressure on this.
I said, Baba, you are 87 years old. Where do they expect you to see money? That they are making you to call this, call that one, pick up the phone and call this, call that one. Baba, don't let them, you know. And he said, you are right, Jari Mommy. You are very right. That's what I'm going to do. But they are like, but this Maiyegun na weary. This one na weary. You know one thing again, they now started saying Maiyegun is using Baba Akintoye's name and Igbowo's name, to make money. Baba, I don't want to talk. I don't want to say much of this since I heard, but I've said what I felt like, and I'll just keep it at that. Honestly, I'm talking about these are scums, right? These are pure scums, chancers, real chancers, right? But I will just say bye than to be dwelling on that, like you said. Yeah,
that's it. Yesterday I slept with mixed feeling. Tonight I sleep very happy because you have gained freedom tonight and freedom for the rest of us.
I know.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Sanwo-Olu. You have a good night, okay? Yourself. And to every one of us who also turned up tonight. I know many of you are still going to want to call in. It is a tough job. However, my time is up. Agbike needs to be in bed. And then I am going to see you some other time, right? So again, I know why I actually left that part for the last. I knew it that once I drop waiting in my mind, especially the last part, many of you are not going to talk about all we said today. You're going to talk about that because you're going to see me like you probably have not seen me in a long time. But I want you to know this tonight, okay? There's no competition anywhere, all right? We chose that we wanted to help, okay? And then we helped. So we still choose that we still want to help. It's just that we're going to choose how to help this time around. Okay? The idea behind Yoruba Rescue Fund is an idea that can indeed rejuvenate, re-energize, and then redirect where the conversation around Yoruba nation should go. As a Yoruba man, as a Yoruba woman, there is no one that is more Yoruba than the other, okay? And as a Yoruba man myself, I personally know that it is actually so healthy when two brothers goes into a room and they come out frown, hungry, and all of that. Probably they've told themselves the truth. Something that fake people don't tell themselves. I am somebody that, I'm not perfect too. Listen to me, okay? I am not here to project anybody as evil and then I'm saint. No, I'm not perfect. But in my own imperfection, right? One of the things I don't do is to believe that I am smarter than other people. Do you get that now? I am not. And in fact, yeah, I have managed over time to build a reputation for myself. Initially, they said I was rude. It's somebody who doesn't respect elders. But over time, when I now showed people, I said, in Yoruba land, I may disrespect old people, young people, but you should know why. In Yoruba land, we are not expected to respect thieves. In Yoruba land, we are not expected to regard rogues, criminals, shady people, and all of that. So as a Yoruba man, if you are not under the tutelage or under the, what do you call it, under the slavery or servitude of any of these rogues, as a Yoruba man, Omoluabi, you are expected to speak your mind. Enough that you can speak it. Some people there will be like, you know, that kind of thing. That's the character of a true Yoruba son, a true Yoruba man and woman. And that's who I am. Like I said, I am somebody who believes that if you do the right thing and you are rewarded for it, it's a good thing. If you do the bad thing, you should be rewarded for the bad thing you have done as well. If you commit any illegality, you should stand there enough to be responsible for your action. So therefore, I built my name around this. You will never find me around anywhere where you say anything shady. Don't be say, don't be say I said, like I said. But if you are so dirty, if you are so shady, so questionable, your character is so dirty, I would probably have to wait it out. Even if people say it to me, I usually just let you show yourself. That's why I said that I can work with anyone. I can, be with anyone. I can trust everyone. I trust everyone until you prove yourself otherwise to me. And I am somebody that if I now notice something, I don't kind of pretend that I didn't see it. In the case of, these people, I saw it so early. But I kind of, the love of Yoruba land, the affection and all of that made me feel like I'll give them whatever they want. If money is what really drives them, money, I'll give them money. In fact, I'll get more money. I'll give them more money. I just want to make sure that if I give you this money, you must at least be able to account for it. If I call on you, because I'm going to be able to account. I'm going to have to account for every penny given to me. Even if you go to bed and say, Maiyegun self is not spending from the money, you will need, right, to come and prove that in a way and say, Maiyegun, I saw you are doing this and that. And they say, Maiyegun, how much you say is our balance? You bring them out. Say, you remember I would never be like that. Do you understand that? I am just like your bank, and I've done so well. Enough that I believe that if we have been spending our money the way some of them wanted the money to be spent, there will be no kobo, no dime now. You go, don't forget, they will say, we raise money in February, we raise money in March. So having done that for myself, having fought to get myself to where I am today, in a way, it will be so kind of unfair. Not even to my family, my family, my everybody, my friends, you. To be so unfair for me to condone something that I feel like, it's not so clear. So nobody is more Yoruba than the other. And in this regard, what we just did is just to let everybody know that Oko, Nijeti, Baba, Tomokoma, Lala, a farm will not be that of the father and the son, and there will be no boundary. There must be boundary between the father and the son's farms. So that's exactly what I just did tonight. Okay. So we have a lot to offer. You have a lot to offer. So when the time is right, we will raise the money. We will raise the team. We will build the platform that will connect all Yorubas, including everybody from every group. Our vision is bigger, is bolder, is audacious. We are so determined. And it's so good that the momentum, we can't let anybody kill that, can we? So I'm saying this to you, my friends, tonight. The pouring out of my mind I did tonight, it is just to speak the minds of others. My donors, I've got donors, though. I've got thousands of people who trust me, and they trust what I have to offer. And they believe that through Maiyegun, there's so much that can be done. There's so much ground that can be covered. I believe that too. So if you don't believe that, we understand. Just don't stand on our way. Don't stand on our path. We don't know what we can do. You don't know what we can do. But the above it all is that you can't stop us. People determined, resolute. They can't get money. That one money part. So thank you very much to every one of you. We are going to give them the honor, okay? We are going to give them the honor of their launching. They said it's going to be July 4. All of you, we also don't open similar thing, for Yoruba Nation. Oh yeah, you can also launch everything. Launch everything. Launch everywhere. You know, let everybody know that you have a lot to help. You know, there are times that you even give, you know, these boxes. I mean, these things. You give it to people. They go out there. They go and raise funds like Rag Day. Everything comes back to what? It comes back for the Yoruba Nation advocacy. If it is for Yoruba Nation, that's the only issue. Because story for another day. So when you take over this, I hope you do it better, because for the sake of all of us, for the sake of those people who work hard for their money, for the sake of those who knows that making $1 comes with a sweat, for their sake, just know that you will be accountable, and that's all they need. Just tell them how you spend it. That's it. If I'm going to put my money there on July 4, which I'm willing to, I'm planning to, by the way, I'm planning to give them money, donate. Yourself go there when they are ready, give them. So when I do mine, I'm going to ask questions. Oh yeah, how much have we raised? Like all of you will ask me, how much have we raised? Maiyegun, what did you do with the money? Myself, I'll ask as a Yoruba son. Go there, give them what you have. It's a game of number. And when you start adding them up, trust me, I know some of you already kind of like Maiyegun, like, you know, I can't tell you what to do. For me, I will go there. I will donate. I will show it to you. I will donate there. I'll give them £100. £100. I'll donate. You know, and I'll show you. That is the spirit. Make person just come here, come insult me. If I'm talking to you, or if I choose to talk to you, I'm not the only person talking to you. We are talking about the Maiyegun's Diary political platform. Don't insult me. Don't think that you have any right to actually tell me what to do and say, I minimum best or shomen best. Baba, teba misbehave, Emma collect in you, respect around you. Mami, I tell you know, everybody to bati boruko Maiyegun. Number one thing, to lati koko se ni pe respect ara e o. Oye nsin, ma gbe sa ara e koja mosalashi o. Na lo ba Maiyegun anyhow o. To ba wa anyhow, I collect anyhow ni o. So, emi are you the next time. We actually spent over 3 hours, by the way. That's good. That's what I wanted. I'll see you some other time. Like the video, share it, subscribe. When I see you again, it will be another something to talk about. So good night to all of you.
Ani esunraki Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú esunraki Maiyegun ti dé. Ani esunraki Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook Maiyegun ti dé. Ani esunraki Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube Maiyegun ti dé. Ani esunraki Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ba bá gbé wúrẹ́ Ani esunraki Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ Ani esunraki Maiyegun ti dé. Presido bá rúfin o Ani esunraki Maiyegun ti dé. Tí gómìnà kówó jẹ Ani esunraki Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá Ani esunraki
aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjò.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjò.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lé ibo níṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́, ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o, ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì o. Ẹ̀yin bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.